Yo, good evening, my dear warriors. Happy Pongal, happy Makar Sankranti, happy Uttarayan, happy Lori. On this amazing festive occasion, we are getting to you the most important session for your JEE Mains first attempt in January, which is your replica mock test, replica paper. You will feel like as if you are giving your JEE Mains first attempt. So let's begin with your Captain Shreyas, your physics master teacher who has been with you, who has been teaching, guiding kids for the past 13 plus years, sending numerous kids to IITs, NITs, and making your dreams come true. So, I'm going to take care of the physics part first, then you're going to have, I think, mathematics and then chemistry. All right, so that's the sequence. I hope I'm audible and visible. Good evening, everyone. All right, looks like I'm audible. Yes, perfecto. Okay. Hi, Suhail. Hi, Remembering. Chaudhary, Karthik, Anjali. Good evening, Monish. Good evening, Chevur. Hi, Rihan. Hi, Janani. Good evening. All right. Okay. Class 11 separate marathon is there. Class 12 separate mock test is there. Full syllabus mock test is there. PYQ marathon also we have done. Today we are going to do replica. Tomorrow I'm going to do challenging questions, tough questions, and then after that easy questions also. Okay, because after getting cooked off from the challenging questions, you will definitely need those easy bait questions also, right? So let's begin with the first question coming up on your screen. And remember, if you want questions just like this and more, then we have the JEE replica, right, question bank and digital copy of it, all the three subjects. The link is there in the description box. You can just use that link and download all the digital versions of these kind of questions. Yes, the offer is there only till your Sankranti, so make the best use of it. All right. So here comes the first question on your screen. Okay. All right. All right. Yes, you can also attend this session, man. Why will you not attend this session? Yeah. Good evening. So the first question says the tube AC is a quarter of a circle in the vertical plane. The ball B has an area of cross section slightly small, so it can easily freely move. That's the reason why they have given that. And now B is placed at point A and displaced slightly. What will it do? Which surface will it be in contact with? Always be in contact, always be in contact with outer wall, inner wall, initially with inner, later with outer, initially with outer, later with the inner wall. See, I'll tell you the thinking for this. If you just have a regular quarter circle and let's say you place this object over here and it starts to move, as it begins to move, it will gain some speed, it will have more and more speed, and as the speed increases, the centrifugal force will increase, and after a point of time it will lose contact, it will lose contact at some point, and it will fly outwards, it will fly outwards like this. So at least till this part it will stay in touch, it is in contact, it is in contact. After that it flies out. So the same logic if you apply here, this ball will be in contact with this surface, inner surface initially, but when it begins to fly out, outer surface will resist its motion. So just imagine there is one more surface over here, there is one more surface over here. What will happen? It will push it. So imagine you will get a push from this surface, so it will remain in contact with the outer surface. Hence, the answer is initially in contact with the inner surface, later with the outer surface. Option C. How many of you understood this concept? Yeah? Let me know, guys, quickly in the chat box. Yes, Datan, answer is C. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, man. Okay? So, there is a point till which centrifugal force will be small, but after a point the speed is so much, centrifugal force will push it out and it will lose contact. You might have experienced this as a kid in some slide. There is a slide and you just slide on it, but if the curvature is too much and your speed is too much, you will just fly out, right? Same concept over here. Question number 2, energy required to accelerate a car from 10 to 20, compare that with what is required to 0 to 10. What is it? Okay, now energy required to accelerate, basically it is the change of kinetic energy. And if you remember work kinetic energy theorem, what does it say? The work which you do will convert into energy, and that energy Change is basically that work done, right? So instead of just finding out, sir, how much is that work done, sir, how much is that energy required to accelerate, I just think of it like this energy required, this particular energy which is required is just basically the work which you are doing on the car, and that is nothing but the change in kinetic energy of that particular car. So let's go one by one. In the first situation, let's say 10 to 20 meters per second, the first energy that you will require will be half into mass into velocity square minus half into mass into velocity, which is 10. Change in kinetic energy is half m v square minus half m v square, but the velocities will be different, final and initial. Okay, so half m is a constant. Half m is a constant. 20 square is nothing but 400. 10 square is nothing but 100. 400 minus 100 is nothing but 300. So this is half m into 300 in the first case. Now, if you go look at the second scenario, which is basically 0 to 10, this E2, you can see it is half m. Final velocity is 10. Initial velocity was just 0. So this anyways vanishes off. So it will become half m into 100. Now, if you compare this E2 and E1, you will quickly realize E1 is half m, which is same. 300 is there. Here 100 is there. So actually speaking, this is 3 times of E2. This is nothing but 3 times of E2. So hence option C is the right answer. Got it? So what's the ratio? Mass is not needed. It's just 3 times. Okay. So change in kinetic energy, work kinetic energy theorem is what we needed for this. Amazing. Very good, Gokul Raj, Naveen, Janani. Amazing, Sri. Very good. How do we know it is a conservative force? It doesn't matter whether it is conservative or not. Work kinetic energy theorem is always applicable for every single work, not just conservative. You are getting confused between conservation of mechanical energy. That is valid only when conservative forces are doing work, whereas work kinetic energy theorem is applicable every single time. Okay. In fact, it is the total work done by internal as well as external, as well as conservative, as well as non-conservative. So it's a God theorem. Keep that in mind. All right. Moving on to the next one on your screen. A ball A is moving right with speed v. Ball B and C are moving left with the same speed. They all undergo elastic collisions. I think they had to mention masses are same. That is left out. All masses are identical. All the balls are identical. All the masses are same. After all the collisions, whatever collisions will happen, what will you see? That is the question. Think about it, guys. Think about it. All right. Where is my blue pen? Okay. What will you see? Let's understand what will happen first. See, whenever two balls are there and identical and they collide elastically, you will see their velocities will get interchanged. This guy will get this person's velocity, this will get this person's velocity into it. So the velocities get interchanged. So the first collision which will happen is between A and B. So they will interchange their velocities, meaning A will go like this with V and B will go like this with V. Meanwhile, our C is still going this side with that velocity V. Now, after some time, A obviously will go this side. B and C will collide identical, so their velocities will get interchanged. So B will go like this with V and C will now get B's velocity. So it will go like this with V. So after this, no more collisions will happen because B and A will have the same speed. They'll keep moving with the same speed. Okay. But C will continue going towards the right side. So A and B will go left with speed V and C will go right side with that speed V. So option number D for IIT Delhi is the right answer, my dear warriors. Yep. Very good. D is the right answer, man. Yeah, D is the right answer. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Very good. Let's move to the next one on your screen coming up. Concentrate. If the critical angle for total internal reflection from a medium to vacuum is 30 degrees, the velocity of light in the medium is how much? That's the question. That day what happened is during the 12th marathon, YouTube problems are happening, guys. The moment we take some big sessions, there were issues and I continued teaching. I kept the session unlisted thinking the, Internet was not an issue. YouTube was an issue. YouTube will function properly, but it didn't. So that's why I had to stop that session midway. But hopefully something right will happen, or else I will try to take a quick revision of 12th or something like that. Okay, very soon. Don't worry. Or I'll share my notes and I'll plan something for 12th also. If the critical angle for total internal reflection is 30, that means if you use sine of critical angle formula, then it is 1 by refractive index, and here critical angle is 30 degree, so that is basically 1 by mu. Sine 30 is nothing but half, so half is nothing but 1 by mu, which means mu is nothing but 2. What do I do after this? Once I get refractive index, we can find the speed in any other medium. The speed of light in any random medium is speed in vacuum divided by refractive index. In vacuum, it is 3 into 10 to the power 8. The refractive index is 2. So 3 by 2 means 1.5 into 10 to the power 8. So 1.5 10 to the power 8 is option B for IIT Bombay. Perfecto. Yes, Chandru. Yes, Rohit. Yes, Yuvraj. Very good. M. Janvi, yes, amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's move to the next one on your screen. This is the speed, this is the tempo, this is the rhythm that you have to maintain. Once you don't get too excited, go on, move on. You don't get, still move on, because you can always come back, mark it for review. That's your strength, guys. If you maintain the calmness and maintain the tempo, maintain the rhythm, you will complete many questions in a short time, and you will get enough time for the questions for review. If r is the radius, g is acceleration for Earth, the mean density of Earth. Density is mass by volume. So volume will come from radius. Okay. Mass. How is mass going to come? Don't worry. Acceleration due to gravity has mass in the formula. So if you notice, formula for g, it is nothing but universal constant g, mass of that planet divided by r square. Therefore, the mass is nothing but g r square. R square will go on the top, capital G will come below. Okay, that's not enough. We want to find the density. Density is mass by volume. Okay, so what is the mass? This whole thing. So it is nothing but g r square whole thing by capital G. What is the volume? Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. Now r square and r cube, r will remain below. This 3 will go on the top. This capital G will come below. So G is there. Okay. 4 pi is also there. 1 of the r is also there. This number 3 will go on the top. So 3G by 4 pi r. 3G by 4 pi r. One more G is also going to be there. This capital G. 3G by 4 pi RG is C for your Captain Shreyas. Yes, perfecto. Amazing. Okay. So if you know formulas, it becomes easy. Else you will be thinking, sir, how do I find mass? Well, mass is related to acceleration in this case. Let's move to the next one on your screen. Here it comes. Particle is doing SHM with angular speed omega, angular frequency, actually not angular speed. This should be angular frequency, not speed. Angular frequency omega, and because you can see angular frequencies over here, amplitude is A, then the geometric mean, crazy, maths they have coupled, geometric mean of amplitude and the maximum acceleration is how much? Okay, bro, let's try to solve this. Okay, omega is given, A is given, geometric mean of amplitude and maximum acceleration is asked. Amplitude is A, standard. Maximum acceleration, remember? Maximum acceleration formula, it is nothing but A omega square. So if you want the geometric mean, the geometric mean will be the root and product of these two numbers. So product of these two numbers is A into A omega square. So that will be root of A square omega square, which is A omega. Bro, I know what A omega is. A omega is maximum velocity. A omega is maximum velocity. So maximum velocity, maximum speed. C option is the right answer. Okay? Yes, very good. My shift is on 21st. I feel a bit nervous even after maintaining a score. I have not prepared. Man, if you are getting 171 to 210, it's a very good score. There is a good chance you will cross 99 percentile. You just have to make sure you are giving mock tests and try to push yourself for 200 plus, and the last two mock tests, whichever you give, you should choose easy ones, not for any other reason, but just to build your confidence. Because if you give difficult, you will think, oh, difficult will come, my score will be less. Last two mock tests, whatever you give, please give easy ones. Not very easy, okay, or else you will feel out of place. Decent, easy mock test paper, then you will be like, yes, I'm going to get good numbers. Okay, all right. A ball is falling in a lake of 200 meters, decreases the volume by 0.1%. The bulk modulus is how much? Depth is given, percentage change in volume is given, bulk modulus is asked. If you remember bulk modulus formula, it was the change in the pressure divided by the relative change in volume magnitude wise. All of this modulus is there. If you want to put negative sign, it's okay. So I understand now why this depth is given, because that will give me delta P. Delta P is nothing but rho GH. The change in the pressure from the top to the bottom is rho GH. Rho is the density of water, which is 10 to the power 3, which is 1000 kg per meter cube. G is nothing but 10, and height is nothing but, or depth is basically 200 meters. So this is nothing but 2 into 1, 2 zeros, 3 zeros, and 6 zeros. So 10 to the power 6. Yeah, this is in pascals. All right. What about delta V by V? That is relative change. So percentage change is given. So 0.1 is the percent. So if you want to make it relative, divided by 100. So it will be nothing but 10 to the power minus 3. No units, obviously. It's a strain quantity. Okay, it's a relative quantity. So the bulk modulus will then become 2 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 10 to the power minus 3. So it will become 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 becomes plus 3. 6 plus 3, 9. 2 into 10 to the power 9. B for IIT Bombay. Amazing. Everybody got it? Perfecto. Amazing. Amazing, guys. Sir, is Eklavya mock tests are at which level? Easy or hard? They have all kinds of questions because we prepare students for every kind of situation. Some shifts will be easy, some shifts will be difficult. So you need to be prepared for any kind of thing. Some questions might be easy, and sometimes the variations can be very random. Like it feels like an average test, but there are 5-6 very difficult questions, and there are 5-6 very easy questions in every subject. So that is also a very different kind of game altogether. So we don't keep one standard level, keep variations so that you are prepared for literally everything. Okay, moving on to the next question on your screen. Capillary tube, water is rising. Surface tension chapter, 4 centimeters. If the cross-sectional area of the tube were 1/4, then water will go till which height? How is cross-section related to the height till which the water rises? If you remember, H formula, the height till which the water rises, this is 2s cos theta, s being the surface tension, theta being the angle of contact, divided by density into gravitational acceleration into the radius. Okay, so it is inversely related. So H1 by H2 will be basically R2 by R1. But I know how radius is related to the area, cross-sectional area. Remember, area is nothing but pi r square. So A1 by A2 will be R1 square by R2 square. Now the cross-sectional area of the tube were 1/4. The second area is 1/4. So first area is 4 times larger. So this will be nothing but R1 by R2 whole square. So therefore R1 by R2 will be 2 by 1. So R1 by R2 is 2 by 1. Therefore R2 by R1 will be 1 by 2. And it is already mentioned what was the first height. The first height was 4 centimeters. Question is, what is the second height going to be? So naturally H2 will be, when you take it on the top, 4 2s are 8. So it will become 8 centimeters. It will become 8 centimeters, which is C option. Absolutely the right one. Yeah, very good. 8 centimeters. Perfect. Vinay, I have to explain everything to everyone. I know it is a mock test, but if I try to solve the way I would solve it in the exam, it will be fast for everyone. Number two, there are many students who will not understand one question or two questions. So for everyone, I have to make sure everything is understood. So that's why I will teach at a normal pace, not how exactly how we'll solve in the examination. Okay, that's not the point of this session. All right. Because then I will not be explaining what I'm doing, right? Okay. So moving on to the next question on your screen, guys. What is the velocity v of a metallic ball of radius r falling in a tank of liquid at the instant when its acceleration is 1/2 of that of a free falling body, the density of metal and liquid are rho sigma, and viscosity of the coefficient of the liquid is eta. Velocity when the acceleration is half of the free falling body. Okay, so if I consider our object, it is like this, it is falling freely like this, okay, with some velocity. There will be multiple forces acting on it, and first force is obviously going to be mg, then obviously there will be buoyant force, and obviously there will be drag force, or the Stokes law force, which is 6 pi eta rv. Okay, so 1 second, times, yeah, the drag force. And after all of this, it has an acceleration downwards, and that acceleration numerically is g by 2. How? I know that it is clearly given. It is 1/2 of a freely falling body. Free falling body will have an acceleration of g. So half of that, that is g by 2. Okay. So from this, I understand net force is equal to ma. If I use Newton's law, F is equal to ma. The force in the downward direction as of the acceleration is only mg. Fb and drag is opposite of it. So I can say, using Newton's law, mg minus buoyant force minus drag force is equal to mass into acceleration. So let's start substituting things. Buoyant force is V rho g, volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, okay, and into, this is volume, into density of the liquid, into g, minus drag force is 6 pi eta r and v, and acceleration is g by 2. Okay, now we want to find v, so I'll take this guy on the other side, mg by 2. If I bring it over here, it will become minus mg by 2. So it will become mg minus mg by 2, which is mg by 2. Okay, mg minus mg by 2 will become mg by 2 minus 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g is equal to 6 pi eta r v, and I want to find velocity. I got an idea now what I can do. This mass, I can write it as density into volume, density of the whatever, that ball or that sphere. So density is sigma, as mentioned over here. The densities are rho and sigma, okay, for the ball and that whatever. Okay, the density of the metal and the liquid. Metal is rho, and this thing is sigma. I think they have interchanged. Usually they use rho for the liquid, but here they are given exactly opposite. It's okay. In the end, I will exchange the symbols, not an issue. So anyways, because I have already written it down so much. So sigma into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, that's the mass, density into volume. This whole thing by the number 2 minus 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g is equal to 6 pi eta r and v. Couple of things will get cancelled, as you will see. Maybe few things, that's all. Like this number 2 with this 4 will become 2. Okay, then over here nothing is going, but r is there here, so this will become r raised to 2. This will also become r raised to 2, and now many things can be taken common, like r square, g, pi, and if you want to take 4 by 3, if you can take that also. Okay, you don't want to cancel it, no issues, then you can do that also. Okay, then you can take that number half outside over here. That is completely up to you how you want to do it. All right, so let's see what happens. So if I do that, 4 is common, pi is common, r square is common, g is common, 3 is also common. Here I have sigma by 2, and here I have just the number rho, and here I have 6 pi eta and just velocity. All right, is that perfectly fine? Now let's cancel a couple of things. This 4 will go 2 times, this 6 will become 3 times, this 3 will cancel, 3 3s are 9. So I will get 2 by 9 pi r square g, sigma by 2 minus 2 rho, and I will have eta pi over here, which will come down. So guys, is there some option matching like that? I think 9 eta is there, and I can see if I take LCM, it will become sigma minus 2 rho, sigma minus 2 rho. But over here, the symbols that they have used is exactly opposite. The symbols that they have used is exactly opposite. So it should be rho minus 2 sigma. So rho minus 2 sigma is over here only. So I think it should be option A. Yes, perfectly fine. Okay, so if you solve this in the next step, what you are going to get? is this expression. Velocity will be 2 will be there. Okay, 2 will be there over here, and this will become sigma minus 2 rho, but that 2 will also cancel then. Perfect. So pi will be there, r square will be there, g will be there, sigma minus 2 rho will be there, and this whole thing divided by 9 will be there, and pi, and this pi will also cancel. Okay, so eta will be there. Yeah, this pi will also cancel, as you can see right over here. So this pi is also not needed. But since we have interchanged the symbol, so it will be rho minus 2 sigma. Got it, guys? Everyone? Perfect. Yes. Amazing. Option A. Yes, Lewis Hamilton. Yes, Datan. Amazing. 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 Perfect. Okay. Let's move to the next question on your screen. A solid cone of certain height and base floats in water with the vertex down 20 centimeters is immersed. Additional weight that must be added so that the cone is now completely immersed. It's a very good question, guys. Okay, I'm just going to make a duplicate slide. I think I will need some space, I feel. Okay, let's imagine this. So we have a cone with its vertex down, and it is floating inside the water such that 20 centimeters is inside. The cone's height is 25. Okay, so it is something like this basically. This is how the cone is, and it is already mentioned that this much is nothing but 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters. This is 20 centimeters, but actual cone's height is 25 centimeters. So you can think as if this much is basically your 5 centimeters, guys. And this radius is given to be base diameter is 25. So this will be nothing but 12.5 centimeters. Yeah, this is nothing but 12.5 centimeters, the radius. Now, additional weight that must be added so that the cone is completely immersed. Okay, I'll tell you what. In the first scenario, the weight of the cone, the weight of that particular cone will be balanced by the buoyant force, will be balanced by the buoyant force of the submerged part, because of the submerged part, because of the submerged part. Now, what is the weight of the cone, guys? Yeah, weight of the cone directly it is not given. Yeah, it is directly, maybe it is not given right over here. Solid cone, this much, the additional weight that must be placed at the center of the base so that it is completely immersed in the water. No, it is not mentioned. So we'll have to assume some density of the cone. Is that okay, guys? Everyone? The density of the cone is definitely not given. So we will assume it. The weight of the cone is also not given. Mass of the cone is also not given. So we'll assume it. So weight will be mass into G. Mass will be density of the cone into volume of that entire cone, and this into G. The buoyant force will be volume which is submerged into density of that liquid into G. Now, can you see that this G and this G will get cancelled? Okay, first things first. Density of the cone not mentioned. Volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r cube into height. 1/3 pi r square, sorry, not pi r cube, pi r square into the height. So what is the radius? The radius is nothing but 12.5. So square it, multiplied by the entire height of the cone, which is nothing but 25, guys. So just put that here. What is the volume which is submerged? It is 1 by 3 pi. Oh, how much is this radius? I think we can find it out by ratio proportions. So think like this. Think like this. When the total height was 25, the radius was 12.5. So if I'm just talking about this much, if I'm just talking about this much, and I say this much is just 20, this much is just 20, how much will this be? How much will this be? Obviously, it will be 12.5 multiplied by 12.5 multiplied by 20 divided by 25. Now this is 1 by 2, so this is obviously going to be 10 centimeters. So this radius is going to be 10 centimeters. So I'm just going to put 10 square over here. I have used unitary method. This is to this is to how much? That's all. Similar triangles, right? So the sides are in the same ratio. That's all I have done. Okay. This multiplied by the density. Oh, into height, of course. Height is how much? 20. So this into the density. Now 1 by 3 pi, 1 by 3 pi will cancel. Sigma is there. 12.5, one time I will write it. Second time also I will write it. And also 25 is there. Okay. 10 square into 20, that is going to be 2 0 and one more 0 and one more 0. And lastly, rho. That is what I'm going to see. Now 12.5 is 25 by 2. 12.5 is again 25 by 2. So if you want, you can also write it as 25 into 25 divided by 2 divided by 2. So this number, it is, little bit looking better, like 625 is 25 square and all of that, in case you need it. Okay, so this is one relationship that will give me relation between the densities sigma and rho. It is giving me the relationship between sigma and rho. Everybody fine till this point? Yeah. Now the next step. Let's say when we add some mass, now the entire thing will get submerged like this, and that mass has been added over here. Then I will say this mg plus the weight of the cone is being balanced by the new buoyant force. The new buoyant force. Is that clear? So now what will I say? M is unknown, G I know, I'll just put it as G only. Weight of the cone, just like I did it over here. Weight of the cone is this particular formula, density into volume into G. So I can just use this if you want to. Yeah, or I'll just put for now sigma into volume of that particular cone multiplied by G. And new buoyant force, entire thing is submerged. So whole volume has to be considered. So entire volume of that particular cone into density of the liquid into G. G will get first of all cancelled. So M will be there. And over here, I can write it as volume of the cone into rho minus volume of the cone again will come. So I can take it as common minus sigma. So volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square. The radius is 12.5. So 12.5 square, okay, into the height. The height of the cone is 25. So just put the number 25. And then rho minus sigma. Rho minus your sigma. That's it. Now, as you will see, in this particular scenario, rho and sigma are related to each other. Rho and sigma are related to each other. And I know this rho is nothing but 1000. This rho is nothing but density of water, which is nothing but 1000, guys. So from this, I will get the value of sigma. From this, I will get the value of sigma. Whatever value of sigma I will get, I will substitute it over here, because I know this rho is nothing but 1000 kg per meter cube. So once you substitute and you solve it, you will get the approximate answer. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear how to solve this question? If you get this question in the exam, will you solve it? Yes or no? Please tell me in the chat box. Happy Pongal, man. Yeah. 12th physics marathon had to be stopped, like I said before, because of YouTube server problems. The moment we were taking big sessions, there were some issues. So I was teaching and it got stopped. I waited for 1 hour, but still nothing happened. So we had to cancel it. But hopefully very soon I'll do something about it. Yeah. B option, is it? Yes, B is the right answer. You are getting it approximately as 2 kg, close to 2 kg. Okay, so you put this value of sigma from here, whatever you got, onto this side, and you are going to get the answer. Okay, so that's how you solve it, guys. Otherwise, it is definitely a lengthy question in the examination. I would personally keep this question for the end, because I know it is easy question, moderate question, not easy, moderate question, level wise. But problem is the number of steps, number of calculations, I will not be very happy about it. Yeah, definitely not for the beginning. For the mid or for the end, I will definitely do it, because I know I will get the answer. It is not very difficult question. A particle is given an initial speed inside a smooth spherical shell of radius of 1 meter. It is about to complete the circle. The acceleration of the particle when the velocity is vertical. Where will the velocity be vertical? Over here. So when the velocity is vertical, they are asking the acceleration of the particle. Interesting question, guys. Very, very interesting question. Trust me, many kids are going to make many mistakes. Yeah. I'll tell you why also in a bit. But for now, let's assume the velocity to be v. And it is clearly mentioned that it is just able to complete the circle. So if it is just able to complete the circle, this velocity will be how much, guys? It will be root of 5g r. Okay, r is 1 meter, so it will be just root of 5g. I'll keep the answers in terms of g only. That is the standard formula for anything to complete the vertical circle inside, like a wall of no, what is that? Uh, Death well of death, or whatever you call it. Okay, or a loop, right? So it is root 5gr, unless it is a rod-like figure. And if you have a rod and you want to complete its your circular motion, then it is root 4gr. So here it will be root 5gr, not 4gr. Okay. Now first let's figure out the velocity using energy conservation. So the kinetic energy at the bottom plus the potential energy, gravitational potential energy at the bottom will be the kinetic energy when it is going up plus the potential energy when it is having the velocity up. Kinetic energy at the bottom is half m into velocity, which is root 5g square. Initial potential energy, I will take it as 0. Let's assume this as 0 energy. So when it reaches over there, it has a new kinetic energy half mv square. Potential wise, when it reaches here, it has climbed up by a height of r. So plus mgr. Get it? So when it reaches here, it has climbed up by this height. How much horizontal motion is, does not matter. Okay. So root 5g square means it will just be 5g. So 5gm divided by 2 is equal to mv square plus mgr. So moving this side, cancels also. So v square will be 5g by 2 minus gr. Wait a minute. R is 1, so might as well substitute that over here. This R is nothing but 1, so it is just going to be over here like this. This mass, and this mass has cancelled. So 5g by 2 minus g, so that will be nothing but 3g by 2 is v square. I'll just leave it as it is. Now comes the final part. When you reach over here, this mass is here. You know the velocity. So from that, you can definitely figure out how much the centripetal acceleration is going to be. So the centripetal acceleration is v square by r. V square is 3g by 2. So put 3g by 2. Radius is 1. So AC centripetal acceleration will be 3 by 2 times of g. Is that clear, guys? Till this point? Yeah. Is that clear till this particular point? 3g by 2. Now, over here, what is the next step? Oh, I think I missed that number 2 over here. So sorry, guys. My bad. That number 2 was missing. So that 2 will cancel. So this will just go like that. So this 2 will also not be there. Okay, I just corrected it over here. Okay, now a lot of people will mark the answer as 3g. But if you mark the answer as 3g, which is option D, it is wrong, guys. And I'll tell you why. Because this is not the only acceleration it has. It also has a tangential acceleration. A lot of people forget about tangential. Remember at the start only I told, I know many kids will make a mistake. If you mark D, it is not right. Tangential will also be there. And if you notice in the vertical direction, there is no force. So only m apart from mg. So mg will be mass into tangential acceleration. Cancels. So tangential acceleration is just going to be g. That's it. So now from this you will get the total acceleration, which is the resultant of centripetal and tangential. Centripetal is 3g. So 3g square. Tangential is nothing but g. So this will be 9 plus 1, which is 10. So 10, root of 10 will be there and g will come outside. So root 10 into g, which is option A, is correct, not option B. Okay. So such bad mistakes can happen. This is not silly mistake. This is conceptual mistake. because you think acceleration means only centripetal. But no guys, this is non-uniform circular motion. It has both acceleration, centripetal and tangential. Okay? All right. Ha, your kids, this is my mother should hear. Oh, what are you saying, man? Kanga. All right. Let's go to the next question, man. Coming up on your screen, and here it is. Child. Oh. A child is standing in front of a straight plane mirror. His father is standing behind him, as shown in the figure. The height of the father is double the height of the child. What is the minimum length of the mirror required so that the child can completely see his own image and his father's image in the mirror, given that the height of the father is 2h? Bro, this kid looks very studious. I think the father is wondering why this kid is studying so much. I thought I will scold the kid, but the kid is only studying so much. So no point of scolding. So anyways, the kid is looking at his father in disappointment that he cannot scold me because I'm holding books. So what is the height of the mirror minimum required so that he can see himself and the father's image? Now to see oneself, the minimum size of the mirror that you need is basically h by 2. So at least h by 2 should be there. So answer will be more than h by 2. So h by 2 can't be correct most likely. So in such a scenario, what should happen is, say for example, the rays from the top of the father, at least they should reach the eyes of the son. If they are able to reach, then the son, the kid, can see everything. Because if this can reach his eyes, then everything else will reach, because you can see over here, anyways, he can see his own foot. The kid can anyways see his own foot. So needless to say that if he has to see the father's foot, he can still see it. He can still see it because it will go probably something like this. Like this, yeah, something like this. Yeah, he will be able to see it. If he can see his own feet, obviously the father is standing little bit behind, he will be able to see it, but the problem is this height difference is there. So that is the main issue. So, whether he can see the father's head or not. He can see the father's foot for sure. There is no doubt about it. Because if he can see his own feet, then think about it, that same ray, when you extend it, it goes like this. So in fact, if the father's feet were inside the ground also, he can see that part also, because all these rays will be able to reach the kid's eyes. So you can see almost till here. So there is no doubt he can see this part. So the question is now only to see the father's head. Got it? Everybody understood this concept? So we are not solving for the feet anymore. We are solving for the top part. Okay. So now what I will do is I will probably draw some geometrical things, like say for example, I'll drop a perpendicular because that will be the normal. I will need it. Okay. And more geometrical constructions will be needed. I will draw like this. Also draw like this. Okay. Now the kid's height is h, I think, and the father's height is 2h. Okay. Now I can say over here then, this, let's say if it is h, this, let's say if it is h, and father's height is, let's say, 2h. This is 2h. Okay. Now over here, guys, observe carefully. I don't know where this perpendicular is. A lot of people say, sir, this will be exactly in the middle of h and 2h. That means it will be 1.5h. That is wrong, because if you see, this triangle is similar to this triangle but not congruent. That means this side will not be equal to this side. So a lot of people think this is equal to this, which is absolutely wrong. Oh, so I do not know this height or this height. So let's say if I assume this as x, but I know one thing, this is 2h, this is 2h, this is h, so this much will be h. So if this much is h, think about it, this much is h. Then from h, if you subtract x, how much will be remaining? R minus x. R minus x will be, sorry, h minus x will be remaining. H minus x will be remaining. Is that clear? Okay. Now I know whatever is this angle will also be this angle. So now the whole purpose is to figure out x. If I know x, my job is done, guys, most of it. So how do I find x? Okay, I have another idea. See, this much length, if you ask me how much is this much length, that is also equal to h. But at the same time, from here to here, which is the base of the triangle on the top, that is basically 2h. That is basically 2h. So compare those two triangles, similar triangles, sides are in same ratio, So I will write over here the base 2h and h, base 2h and h, whereas the heights h minus x and x, h minus x and x, h will cancel, 2 goes multiplies over there, so h minus x is 2 times of x, therefore h is equal to 3x, therefore x is equal to h by 3. Now don't jump and mark h by 3, it is not even there in the options. I just got to know that this is the point of the mirror which I will need at the end, because beyond this much is not needed, because all these rays will definitely enter the eyes of the kid. So beyond this I will not need. So this part of the mirror is no longer needed. This is not needed. This is not needed. I just got to know I will need at least this much part of the mirror, and this much part of the mirror is how much? H by 3. This is what is needed directly in front of the kid. But below that also I will need some part, because the kid has to see himself. So for the kid to see himself, you will need some more mirror, and that will be H by 2. Got it? So the total size of the mirror will be h by 3 plus h by 2, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5. So 5, 3 2s are 6. So 5h by 6. 5h by 6 is B for IIT Bombay. So this part extra, why do you need? To see himself. To see himself. Himself as in the kid. The kid will need to see himself. That is the minimum size. Understood? Clear? Yeah, no, it is not D. Lot of students made that mistake. No, it is not H. It is not H. Okay. So there were many concepts. Number one, you have to draw ray diagram. Without that, you will not get the answer. You understand through the ray diagram only that the problem now is for the top part, because these rays are anyways, when extended, go here. That means even the part below his feet he is able to see, if at all it was like that. But his father's legs are only till this level, so definitely he can see it. That is not an issue. Problem is here, for him to see himself, he'll need h by 2. That is secondary. We'll see that in the end. For him to see the father's head part, the ray from the top should reach his eyes. So guys, this is the last part on the mirror. So beyond this, you will not need anything, because these rays will anyways not come into his eyes. So all these rays will definitely hit the mirror before entering the kid's eyes. So that's why we took the extreme ray, and by using similarity, we found out how much is this height, which is x, which is directly the part of the mirror. And then below that, you will need extra h by 2 to see himself. So adding that, I will get the total size of the mirror, which is 5h by 6. Okay, clear now, everyone? Understood? Pakka? Let's go then to the next question coming up on your screen. Ready for it? Okay, here it comes. The refracting angle of a prism is 60 degree. The minimum deviation is 30 degree. The angle of incidence is, see, the keyword is over here, minimum deviation. The moment there is minimum deviation, incident angle and emergent angle will be equal. And we all know deviation is I plus E minus A. Deviation is given to be 30. I and E both are equal. So I can just write it as I plus I, let's say, minus angle of prism is 60 degree. So I plus I is 2I. So minus 60 will go over there, and it will become 30 plus 60 over here, right? Okay, 30 plus 60 is nothing but 90 is equal to 2i. Therefore, I is 90 divided by 2. That means I is nothing but 45 degrees. So 45 degrees is the answer, B option. Absolutely the correct one. So sometimes things are hidden. If you know only this formula, you'll be like, sir, I was asked, E was not given, sir, I left the question. So then you should know the concept that at minimum deviation, emergent and incident rays are identical on both sides. Yeah, angle wise symmetry is there. Correct? Perfecto. Shall we go ahead to the next question coming up on your screen? All right, here it comes. Question number 14 on your screen. An object is 20 centimeters away from a concave mirror and it is within the focal length of the mirror. If the mirror is changed, okay, if it is within the focal length, meaning why they have given that, we'll figure it out. The mirror is now changed to a plane mirror. The image moves 15 centimeters closer to the mirror. The focal length is how much? Okay, first let's solve everything for the concave mirror. For the concave mirror, my dear friends, what and all is given? Let's figure it out. Object is 20 centimeters away. So this is 20 centimeters away. Within the focal length, if the mirror is changed, then the focal length is asked. Okay. So the image is probably formed somewhere over here. Image is formed somewhere over here. Okay, if the mirror is changed to a plane mirror, the image moves 15 centimeters closer to the mirror. Interesting. Now see, if I make this into a plane mirror, then what is going to happen? For that same object, which is at 20 centimeters, this image is going to move closer to the mirror by how much? 15 centimeters. I know 100% that for a plane mirror, wherever the object is, the image will be exactly that much behind. So the image in this situation should be 20 centimeters over here. Image should be exactly 20 centimeters behind, guys. Everybody understands it. But this image has come closer by 15 centimeters as compared to the previous image, meaning that previous image would be somewhere over here and this would be extra 15 centimeters. That means the image distance will be not only 20 and 15, but the sum of it, which will be nothing but 35 centimeters. Got it? So we got now the image distance also. How many of you understood this concept? Yeah. So when you replace the curved mirror with a flat mirror, obviously object and image distances are same. So object is still 20 centimeters away. Image will be from 20 centimeters away. But that image is 15 centimeters closer. That means the previous would be 15 centimeters farther. So 20 plus 15 is 35 is the image distance for the mirror. So use mirror formula. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Image distance is 35. Object distance is minus 20 is equal to 1 by F. Okay, so what do we do over here? LCM, right? 35 and 20, guys, 70, 140. So 140 means it will become 4 times and this will become 7 times and this will become 140 is equal to 1 by F. So F will be 144 minus 7 is nothing but how much? 3. Yeah, 140 by 3, guys. How much is it coming out to be? 46 centimeters. Yes. Is that right? Perfecto. Very good. Very good. Very good. So actually it will be minus 46.6, but that minus indicates that it is a concave mirror. Minus indicates it is a concave mirror. Perfect. Excellent. Sure, Alan Manoj, definitely, man, definitely. Hold on. Let's complete this session. Yeah. Okay. Let's go, guys, to the next question on your screen. Question number 15. Here it comes. A film projector magnifies 100 centimeter square film strip in such a way the distance between the screen and the projector is divided in the ratio of 2:1 by the lens, then the area magnified by the film on the screen. It's a brilliant question. Let's see how do we solve it. Okay, so first of all we draw the lens and the distance between the screen and the projector is divided in the ratio of 2:1. Screen and the projector 2:1. So the projector is farther. So if this is x, this is basically 2x. Now the projector is over here and the screen is over here. This is the screen. Okay, perfect. Now what happens is there is a small film. So the film is here. The light will go through that film. That lens will magnify it, zoom it, whatever, and the image is formed over here. So here we have now an object, and the image is formed over here. But actually what happens, the object only is inverted so that the image becomes erect. That's what happens in the real movies, okay, when you go to a cinema theater. Okay, now if I draw a ray which comes from the top and passes through the principal center, it goes like this, undeviated. So technically slightly bigger I should draw, yeah, like this. Now it kind of makes sense. Okay, so this is the image which is formed right over there. Okay, now 2:1 ratio, that's why x and 2x. Okay, the distance from the screen to the projector is divided in the ratio of 2:1. Now it is clearly mentioned the film projector magnifies this much film strip. Over here, what is the area on the screen? So first of all, if this is the height of the object, this will be the height of the image. This is image distance, this is object distance. So the magnification, magnitude wise, which is height of image by height of object, magnitude wise, is nothing but V by U, everything mod symbol. Okay, everything mod. I don't want to take care of the signs. So height of the image by height of the object is V by U. Image distance is 2, object distance is, sorry, image distance is 2x, object distance is x, so this is 2x by x. That means it is 2:1 ratio. Now once I get image height by object height ratio, let me tell you, finding areas is not difficult. Area is proportional to the square of those linear dimensions. So I can say area of image by area of object is nothing but hi square by ho square, because area is length into breadth. So if this is the height, the breadth will be also similar in that case. And if you have a square film, I think, okay, even if it is not square, it doesn't matter. The linear dimensions will be magnified, you know, in all possible directions. So hi square by ho square. So hi by ho whole square means it will be 2:1 square, which means 4:1. Area of image is asked. Area of the object, I will take it as the film area, which is 100, is 4 by 1. Therefore, area on the screen, which is the area of the image, will be 400 centimeter square, which is B option, guys, not this one. This should be 400 centimeter square. Is that clear? Everybody with me? Yeah? Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. So this is very interesting question because it is clearly mentioned that the the distance is divided in the ratio of 2:1. So first from that we get the height ratio. From the height ratio we get the area ratio, which is then going to be 400 centimeter square. Why MOD? What meaning? Sir, sorry to disturb, but class, but what about the class? We'll do that AP, not now, but for now, we will focus on the mock tests. Mod, acha, you can just put M capital and OD small. I thought MOD is the short form of something, man. Don't do like that. Why I took mod? Because I'm dealing with distances. I'm not dealing with the signs. Because if something comes negative, positive, then unnecessarily it's a headache for me. Because I'm dealing with areas. Okay, so areas, anyways, everything will be positive. So I'm not interested. It's not for any other reason. I'm not interested in the sign, whether it is negative or positive. So let's not break our head whether it's positive side, negative side. That's the reason why I took mod. Okay, nothing else. All right. Let's move to the next question on your screen. Question number 16. What is the number of wavelengths that can be emitted by hydrogen atom when the electron falls from the fifth orbit to the ground state? Yes, EDZ. That is the reason. Yeah, correct. Okay, perfect, man. Perfect. Come on. Question number 16. What are the number of wavelengths which can be emitted? Guys, standard formula, the number of wavelengths which can be emitted is always n into n minus 1 by 2, where n is the orbit number from which the electron falls. In this case, it is 5. So 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. So this is 5 into 4 by 2, which is 5 to the 10. So 10 is the answer, guys. Option C. Perfect. Very good. Yeah. Freedom, like I said, it will be of all the levels. It will be easy also, and some will be difficult as well. Okay, cool. Let's move to the next one on your screen. Question 17. The wave of frequency propagates with a velocity along x-axis. The phase difference at a given point during the time interval is given by, wow, phase difference at a given point x. Guys, the phase of any particle on a wave is given by omega t minus kx. Omega t minus basically kx. Now, if you want the phase difference, it will be omega t2 minus kx minus omega t1 minus kx. Why x is the same? Because it is clearly mentioned at a given point x. So the point which you are finding out the difference for is the same. So x coordinate is the same, but the time interval, the time after which you are finding it is different. So that's all. So this will be nothing but kx will cancel. It will become omega t2 minus t1, which is delta t. So it will be omega delta t. So that is my delta phi. Now, how do I find omega? Guys, wait a minute. Frequency is given. So why take headache? Omega is 2 pi into f into delta t. So now let's substitute literally everything. So 2 pi is there. Frequency is 1000. So 10 to the power 3. Interval is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 cancels. 0.5 into 2 is 1. So it will just become pi. Pi radian is the answer, guys. Yes, option A. Pi radian. Yes, 180 degrees or pi radians. One and the same, man. Okay, cool. Let's go, guys, to the next question on your screen, and here it comes. 25 questions physics, 25 questions chemistry, 25 questions maths. Wavelength of neutron with energy 1 electron volt is close to wavelength of neutron. Wavelength of a neutron. Neutron is a particle. Wavelength is asked. That means you are considering the matter wave. That means you are talking about the de Broglie wavelength. Okay. So the de Broglie wavelength of the neutron is given by Planck's constant divided by the momentum. Momentum is not given, don't worry. Momentum is root of 2 times m times energy. Energy is given. Great. Oh, this is just calculation now. H, Planck's constant 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34. Whole thing divided by 2 is there. Mass of, what is it? Neutron. Neutron's mass, what will you take, guys? Neutron's mass approximately close enough to 10 to the power, because order is asked, is closest to 10 to the power minus 27, isn't it? 10 to the power minus 27, is that right? And then energy is 1 electron volt. Electron means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, so let's keep the numbers aside. 6.6 and 2 into 1.6 is 3.2 aside. On the top, powers of 10, 10 raised to minus 34. Here, minus 27 and minus 19, that is minus 46. Minus 46 under the root will become minus 23. Is that right? Yes, perfect. This goes on the top, so this will become 6.6 by root of 3.2. Okay, now into, this will go on the top, and this is going to become 10 to the power minus 11. Yeah, minus 11. So the order will be, so 6.6 by 3.2, this will be 1 point something, doesn't matter. So approximately 10 to the power minus 11. So 10 to the power minus 11. Oh, this is in meters. Just check this out. What is this? This is in meters. So this will be 10 to the power minus 9 centimeters. 10 to the power minus 9 centimeters. So 10 to the power minus 9, but also what will happen? This number will be 1 point something. The closest answer will be 10 to the power minus 8. Even if you write it as point something centimeter and all of that, still, I mean, closest will be 10 to the power minus 8. Yeah, D option will be the closest option. Closest option. Is that clear, everyone? Hmm. So this is in centimeters, please mind it. So, here, whatever we have done, so this will be like, for example, 6.6 by root of 3.2, that will be 1 point something into 10 to the power minus 11 meters. That will be over here. Yeah, that will be point. Okay, we'll keep it as 1 point something only, 1 point something into 10 to the power minus 9 centimeters, which will be point 1 something into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeters. So I think they are looking at it in the decimal form. Maybe that's why you will get 10 to the power minus 8. Otherwise, in the scientific form, if you go, answer should be 10 to the power minus 9. Okay, close enough to that. Okay, fair enough, man. Let's move then to the next question on your screen. Here it comes. The photoelectric experiment is performed at two different intensities. Choose the graph showing the variation of stopping potential versus frequency. Guys, stopping potential versus frequency graph, as far as I remember, is a straight line graph. It's a straight line graph. It hits like this. This is the threshold frequency. The slope, remember, is h by e. And this point, whatever it is work function by e with a negative sign because negative intercept. These are the three main things which you should know regarding this graph. Standard graph it is. Intensity does not come into play. Intensity changes the current. It never affects stopping potential, threshold frequency, work function. None of this get affected. So this graph should not be dependent on intensity. So C, B and A gets invalid. Only this will be the right one, which is the D option. It is independent. It is basically independent of independent of the intensity. Yes, absolutely the right one. Cool, guys. Let's move to the next question on your screen, and here it comes. The force acting on a particle is 2I plus 3J. Work done is 0 when it is moved along this straight line. Here the value of K is okay. So some straight line is there, and that straight line path is given to me. Okay, some straight line. And the work done is 0. This can only happen in a very peculiar case when my force is perpendicular to the displacement. Only then the work is going to be 0. Oh, work is 0 when force and displacement are perpendicular. Force, I know which direction it is. If at all I could just figure out what is this direction, my job is done. Then I can understand how they will be perpendicular. Now, when two things are perpendicular, dot product is 0. So many properties are there. But one particular property now struck me. The product of their slopes will be magnitude wise 1. Magnitude wise 1. Yes or no, guys? M1, M2 is going to be basically negative 1. M1, slope 1 into slope 2 will be negative 1, standard property in maths. Magnitude wise, it will be 1. Oh, so I can use that and I can say slope of the displacement multiplied by the slope of the force should be equal to -1. So I just need to figure out what their slopes are. So if you talk about the force, guys, 2I cap plus 3J cap, 2I cap, 3J cap. So this is how it will be. This is 2, this is 3. So slope will be 3 by 2. If you ask me for the straight line, I will write it as 3y is equal to minus kx plus 5. So y is equal to minus k by 3 plus 5 by 3. So clearly here the slope is negative k by 3. Can you see it? Y is equal to mx plus c. So the slope is negative k by 3. So I can just put minus k by 3 over here. And from here I can just put the number 3 by 2, guys. So from this clearly I can see 3 cancels. Minus k by 2 is equal to -1. So k will be equal to the number 2. That's it. Option number A. Option number A is the right answer. Yeah. You can also take dot product, but again, writing the straight line in dot product form, again, it will take some time. I don't want to do that. It is easier like this. All right. Question 21, gun fires bullets 40 grams towards the platform. Pressure is registered is so and so. The speed is so and so. How many bullets hit the platform? Very interesting. Usually, till now, whatever questions you would have seen would be on the force, but not on the, but not on the pressure part. So pressure registered on that platform is given. So don't worry, pressure is given. From that you can find force. Force by area is pressure. So here is what we are going to do. Force by area is nothing but the pressure. Perfect. Force is change in momentum divided by the time interval, and this area is as it is, that is equal to your pressure. Okay. Next, change in momentum is number of bullets into change in momentum per each bullet divided by the time interval divided by area into basically the pressure. So if I write just n by delta t, it will be nothing but your pressure multiplied by area, and change in momentum will just come over here. Change in momentum will just come over here. So from this, I get pressure is nothing but 2.88 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 Pascal. Area is 50 square centimeters. That means 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Change in momentum is nothing but, yeah, this change in momentum is nothing but mv minus 0. Final momentum minus initial momentum. So it is just going to be mv. Mass is 40 grams. So 40 into 10 to the power negative 3 in kgs. Velocity is 1200. Yeah. Now figure it out. How much are you getting? How much are you getting as the answer? Come on, guys. Yeah. Approximately tell me how much are you getting? Plus 4 and minus 4 got cancelled. Minus 3 and plus 3 zeros also got cancelled. So 2.88 multiplied by 50. So I can write it as 28.8. I'll swallow a 0 into 5, basically into 5 divided by 4 multiplied by 12. Yes, 12 twos are 24. Okay, 5 by 4 is 1.25. Okay, so guys, this 28 goes this 7 times, 7 5 are 35, 35 by 12. Almost like, you know, almost like, just check if you are getting this as the answer. Close enough to 3 bullets per second. Just check this out, because 28 by 4 is 7. 7 5s are 35. 35 by 12. 36 by 12, guys. 36 by 12 is how much? 3. So this will be nothing but 3. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. So this is 3 approximately. So 3 bullets. 3 bullets, and this is per second. Okay. So there you go. Option number A. Very good, very good, very good. Excellent day, Yuvraj, Frederick, amazing Lewis, A for Max, and Hamilton. Hamilton also used to be my favorite, but these days I don't know. I love Max for some reason. Okay, don't ask me why. I'm just, yeah. Max, obviously, Lewis, his driving is crazy, but Max is in full beast mode, I feel, these days. Question 22. The radiation emitted when an electron jumps from 3 to 2 falls on a metal to produce photoelectron. This is integer type. That's why options are not given. Don't get scared. The electrons from the metal surface with a maximum kinetic energy are made to move perpendicular to a magnetic field in the radius of this much. Find the work function of that particular, metal. That's all. Okay. Ready for it? Let's try to solve. So first of all, when that electron is jumping from 3 to 2, all right, this in a hydrogen atom, then it produces a photoelectron, and from that electron that enters a magnetic field that is going round and round. So let's understand what is happening sequentially. So there is a atom, So let's say this is the nucleus. These are the orbits. First orbit, second orbit, third orbit. This is the third orbit. So what has happened is there is an electron which jumped from 3 to 2. This electron. The moment this electron jumped, what happened? Obviously, there will be a photon or basically light which will be emitted. Now, this photon is falling onto a metallic surface. Onto a metallic surface. This is a metallic surface. So, photoelectric effect will happen. From that photoelectric effect, you are basically seeing some electrons which are ejected out. Some electrons which are ejected out. Now, these electrons are entering a region of magnetic field. They are entering a region of magnetic field. And once these electrons enter this region of magnetic field, they will obviously go in a circular path. They will obviously go in a circular. Got it? And once they go in the circular path, that circle's radius will be there. So it will go and perform uniform circular motion. The radius is given as so and so. Find the work function of the metal. Crazy. So 3 different chapters combined in one single question, guys. All right. Understood the concept of this question. I have drawn it so that you guys understand. Now we all know radius in case of uniform circular motion in a magnetic field is mv divided by qb. Mv is momentum, so it is nothing but p divided by qb. P momentum can be written down as root of 2 times m times of k divided by charge into magnetic field, that is the radius. So from this we can get kinetic energy as r square q square b square divided by 2m. So this is basically the radius, this is basically the kinetic energy of that electron inside that magnetic field which is revolving. Why I figured out the kinetic energy? Because I will need it here in photoelectric equation. Remember, energy of the photon is nothing but work function plus the kinetic energy. Work function is asked, so it will be energy of that photon minus that kinetic energy. So that kinetic energy, I will take it from here and put it on this side. Problem is how much is the energy of the photon. So that I can get it from here. The photon's energy will be the energy difference here. So the energy difference between the orbits is basically the energy of that photon. Now, if you remember, for the orbit, the energy is minus 13.6 z square by n square electron volt, but this is a hydrogen atom. So from 3 to 2, basically they have asked. So minus 13.6, what is this? Z square by n square. So n is basically 3. So by 3 square minus 13.6 divided by 2 square. That's your energy of photon, guys. But let's do it in electron volt. So how much will be that energy of the photon? Come on, guys. This 13.6 divided by 4 and 13.6 divided by 9. These are standard values. These are standard values which you are supposed to remember. Yes, 13.6 divided by 4. How much is it? It is 3.4. Yes, how many of you remember it? 3.4. What is 13.6 divided by 9? Standard values, guys. Come on. Waiting for all of you. Yeah, 1.51, right? Approximately, or 1.5 you can say. So how much is that energy? 3.4 and 1.5. That is 1.9 electron volt. So over here, you are going to put this as approximately 1.9 electron volt. And how did you get this 1.9? From here. Yeah, this is an electron volt. Now minus kinetic energy over here, you will get it from here. R is known, charge is standard, magnetic field is given, mass is 10 to the power minus 31 9.1 times. Substitute everything, very lengthy, and you will get the answer again in electron volt. Again, you will get the answer in electron volt. So when you do the calculation, just be careful. Say for example, you are finding the kinetic energy, which is R square. Charge is nothing but electron charge into B square divided by basically 2 times m, 2 times of m. Radius, you know, it is 10 to the power minus 3. So it is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3, then whole square. Electron charge 1.6, 10 to the power minus 19, square it. Magnetic field 1 by 320. So this will be 1 by 320. That also square the whole thing divided by 2 times mass, which is 9.1, 10 to the power minus 31. This will be in joules. If you want to convert it into electron volt, then again divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, so that you get the answer in electron volt. So you will see that at least this and this square will get cancelled. Okay, now you solve this and figure out how much is the value of the kinetic energy that you are getting in electron volt, and then that answer you put it over here so that you can figure out how much is the work function. Okay, so I think that calculations are done over here. Yeah, I think the kinetic energy comes out as 0.86 electron volt. So you should get this as roughly 0.86 electron volt, and you're going to put that 0.86 electron volt over here, and then that's how you will get your work function. Okay, now 1.9 minus 0.86 will be 1.04 electron volt. So close to 1 electron volt should be the answer. Close to 1 electron volt, 1.03, 1.04. Yeah, it's the same thing, 1.04 electron volt. Well, everyone, yeah, amazing, guys. Amazing. Let's move to the next question on your screen, and here it comes. In the short series limit of Balmer for hydrogen, it is 3636 Armstrong. Calculate the atomic number of element for which you get X-ray of wavelength of 1 Armstrong and identify the element. The element has a screening constant of 1 and X-ray is emitted for the least wavelength which can be emitted from electron transitions. Crazy question. Let's try and understand it. Short series limit of Balmer. What is the meaning of short series limit? Yes, 0.86, that will give you 1.04, 1.03. Yeah, that is fine, guys. Lewis. Yeah. What do you mean by short series of Balmer? Balmer means Lyman-Balmer. So transition should happen to second orbit. Short series means shortest wavelength. Shortest wavelength means largest energy. So short series limit of Balmer means the transition is happening from infinity to 2. And the wavelength is this much. And I can just say 1 by lambda is Rydberg's constant. For hydrogen, they have told. So Z is 1. So 1 square. 1 by 2 square minus 1 by infinity square. 1 by infinity is 0. 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4. So R will come as it is. And lambda is 3636 Armstrong. So 3636 Armstrong. I will keep everything in Armstrong. Imagine R in a special unit of Armstrong, so we don't break our head for conversions. So therefore, my Rydberg's constant will be 4 goes on the top, 4 divided by 3636. Just keep it as it is, don't touch it at all. Let's see what will happen. Till this point, absolutely clear? Okay, now leave this. Now, focus on the second part. You have a new element. So this formula also gets modified, guys. It becomes like this. And it also has a screening constant. It is clearly mentioned. The formula will become R Z minus the screening constant whole square 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. This wavelength is given to be 1 Armstrong. R, we just figured it out. R, we just figured it out. It was 4 divided by 3636. Next, atomic number, I do not know because you have to identify the element. Z is asked. Z is basically asked. We do not know that. Screening constant is 1. So I'll put the number 1 over here. Square it. 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Now this is the crazy part. What is this N1 and N2? Okay. By the way, what is the screening constant? It's basically a number which is associated with the effective atomic number perceived by an electron revolving because of the inertial's negative charge. So an electron which is revolving around the nucleus will not perceive exactly same positive charge which is coming from the nucleus. If there is an electron revolving around it, so that attraction will be reduced because that electron will repel the other electron. So the effective atomic number will reduce. So that is basically your screening constant. Okay. So that electron crowd which shields the nucleus reduces the effective positivity of that nucleus by some number called as the screening constant. All right. So now what do we do? Over here, it has been mentioned that X-ray is emitted from the least wavelength which can be emitted from the electron transition. So when you have an atom, when is that least wavelength emitted? Least wavelength is emitted when you go from infinity, infinity to the lowest orbit. From infinity to the lowest orbit, then you will see the energy difference is maximum. So the wavelength is minimum. So the shortest possible wavelength that you can get is when you go from infinity to 1. So that's why this will be infinity square and this will be 1 square. Basically the first Lyman number. That's it. After this, just have to solve and you will get the answer. So 1 will be equal to whatever this is, 4 divided by 3636, z minus 1 whole square, z minus 1 whole square. This is 1 minus 0, 1 minus 0, which is 1 only. So this will become 3636 divided by 4 is equal to z minus 1 whole square. So what will z minus 1 be equal to? 3636 divided by 4, guys. 3636 divided by 4 will be 900 and something. So that will be square of it. So z minus 1 will be, I think, 30 and z will be nothing but then 31. Yeah, this will be 900 something approximately. I'm just giving an approximate value. So square root of 900 is 30. So this should be 31, I feel. Let's figure it out. Yes, it will be 31. Perfect. Yes. Is that clear? Yeah. Ideally, this will be 909, but I'm approximately taking it as 900. Why? Because I know 900 is a perfect square. I can write 909, whatever decimal place I want. I don't want that. I am finding out an approximate value. So that's why I will write it like this as 900. Is that clear? Nice. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let's move now to the next one. Beautiful question on your screen. Question number 24, the second last question. Here it comes. Two plane mirrors are inclined at an angle of 40 degrees. The possible number of images of an object at a point P would be, answer, 360 divided by theta. 360 divided by 40. 0 cancels. This will become 9. This will become 9. Now what will you do? What will you do? Yeah, remember that formula, minus 1, minus 1. So it will become basically 8. Yeah, so it depends. It will be around 9 or 8, whether it is symmetric, not symmetric, and all of that. So either it could be 9 or it could be 8, but ideally it should be 9 number of images. Yeah. But over here, we'll take it as symmetry and we'll just write it as 9. Yes. So 9 is the right answer. Everyone? Perfecto. Shall we go ahead to the next question? Yes. Let's go, guys. On your screen, here it comes. A 1 centimeter on the main scale of Vernier caliper is divided into 10 equal parts. If 10 divisions of Vernier scale coincide with 8 divisions of the main scale, the least count of the caliper is how much? Yeah. Sir, when do we know we cannot approx? We cannot approx if it was not very close to 900. I know 909 is close to 900, but let's say if it was something else like 970, then I know 970's root is not 30. It will be definitely more than 31 also. So that's when you will not approx. Got it? So you should see, get a feel of it, approximately whether it is close by or not. Okay? Yeah. So 1 centimeter on the main scale of a vernier caliper is divided into 10 parts. So 1 MSD, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, 1 MSD. So 1 centimeter is divided into 10 parts. So one main scale division is 1 centimeter by 10, which is 0.1 centimeter. Okay. If 10 divisions of the vernier caliper coincide with 8 divisions, now this is that second part. If 10 divisions of vernier caliper coincide with 8 divisions of the main scale. So 8 times vernier scale division is equal to how many? Sorry, not 8 times VSD, 10 times. 10 divisions, 10 divisions of the vernier scale coincide with 8 divisions of the main scale. So this will be nothing but 8 multiplied by 0.1, and this VSD will become 8 into 0.1, that 10 will come over here. So this will become basically 0.08 centimeter. Now comes the final part, that is the least count. That is MSD minus VSD, mod of it. MSD is 0.1, VSD is 0.08. So this will be 0.02 centimeter, which is 0.2 mm. So 0.2 mm or 0.02 centimeter, that is the right answer, guys. Perfect. Got it? Yeah. So we have completed everything. The PDF will be available after some time, maximum by tomorrow. You can download it. The link will be there in the description box. All right. And it's now time for Diksha ma'am or Namrata ma'am. I think Namrata ma'am will be ready. Let me check with her. Okay. Diksha ma'am is coming, guys. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Chemistry will start now. Okay. Yes. Diksha ma'am is coming. All right. Okay. See you guys.
Hello everyone. So I hope so you have enjoyed your session of physics, and now it's time for chemistry. So everybody do let me know in the chat box if I am clearly visible and audible to all of you or not. Let me know in the chat box. Very, very good evening, students. Very, very good evening. So, how are you all? How are you all? And you have completed your most important, like the questions, right, that you will see in your exam, right, for physics. And now we'll be doing replica of chemistry, right? Top topics that are repeated again and again in your exam. Let's do that. Let's start that. What kind of questions, right, you can see in the exam? Let's start for chemistry, right? Okay. Guess everybody. Okay, let's start with the class. So are you all ready for the session? Before that, will you give me your answers also in the chat box? Do let me know. Are you ready? Spam the chat box with green hearts if you're ready for the session. Chemistry is going to save your exam. Remember that chemistry is very less time consuming, right? In the exam, chemistry is like your that friend who always helps you, right? So in the exam, you can never ignore chemistry because it is going to consume less time. It is going to give you more marks. You can think of attempting like 20, 22 questions also, right? Sometimes 25 also, right? So that is a very good thing for about chemistry. So don't ignore that and see what kind of questions they ask you in the exam. First question is based on a very, 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 very important topic, that is, which among the following species has unequal bond length? So, ma'am, it's a way of asking it is different, right? But the question, the core of the question, that remains the same. So, what you have to see here, you have to find out the structures, right? From the structures, you can define whether the bond lengths are same or they are different, right? So let's talk about the structures here. Firstly, I'll be talking about two things here, that is BF4 negative, right? And here you have XC4 negative, XCF4. So first is, if I talk about BF4, I told you one simple way of solving these chemical bonding, hybridization and shape questions, how to answer that. Firstly, you see the central metal atom. This is the central metal atom. You write the central metal atom, how many outermost electrons it has, how many valence electrons it has. So if you talk about boron, boron is hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron. So it is 5. So 5 means 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Right. So that means in the outermost you have 3 electrons here in the 2 orbital. So that means you have, and also you don't need to do it again and again, just see which group it belongs to. So boron belongs to group number 3. You guys have already answered it. That's amazing. You guys have already answered it. Right now, that's really, really awesome. Yes, C is the correct answer. I'll tell you that C is the correct answer, but let me tell you how it is C is the correct answer, right? So boron belongs to group number 13. That means 3 outermost electrons. Out of this, what we can see is, out of this 3 outermost electrons, 4 bond pair it is forming. That means what is happening here, boron, it is having this kind of structure. This kind of structure. And now what is happening, one extra fluorine you can see over here, right? That means what I can say here, I can add this 1 here, plus 1 here. Because of this negative here, I have added plus 1. Whenever there is overall negative charge, you need to add that number here. And how many bond pairs you have, how many bond pairs, how many bonds it is forming? It is forming 4 sigma bonds or simple bond pair. Whether it's pi bond or sigma bond, you will write both of them here. So this is -4. That means 0 lone pairs are there. So all of them are bond pairs. So sigma plus lone pair is what? Sigma is 4 sigma bonds. Lone pair is 0. It is 4. That is nothing but sp3. That defines for tetrahedral structure. So that means this is BFF. BF3 has a different structure. BF4 has a different structure. You can write overall this is negative here, right? So that accounts for, in tetrahedral structure, all the 4 bond lengths that you see here, this is the tetrahedral structure, and all the 4 bond lengths, right, that you see here are equal in the tetrahedral structure. So definitely it is going to have on bond length same. Next is XCF4. So simply what you write, xenon. Xenon belongs to group number 18. It has 8 outermost electron. Out of this 4 sigma bonds, 4 bond pairs are there. So -4, it will be 4 electrons. That means 2 lone pairs. So sigma plus lone pair is going to be 4 plus 2. That is 6. That is nothing but sp3d2. That accounts for octahedral structure here. That means xenon has 4 bond pairs, and it has 4 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. Now in the octahedral structure, if you see, all the bond pairs are same here, right? All the bond pairs are same here because all of these are nothing but, if you see this over here, wait a minute. Yes. Wait a minute. This is actually octahedral structure, right? This is actually the octahedral bond here. If you see this over here, they are saying this one and this one is the lone pair and these four are the bond pairs. So all the bond pairs are equal here. All this one, this one, this one, this one, all of them are equal. So definitely that is also going to remain same. Then there is SF4. So SF4 is very interesting, as I can see in the chat box. You're already writing, ma'am. Ma'am, see, tell me what structure it has. You have already solved it. Sulfur. Sulfur belongs to group number 16. That means 6 outermost electron. 4 you will take out. You will have 2 electrons. Means 1 lone pair. So 4 bond pair plus 1 lone pair is 5. That defines for sp3d. That means it is going to have trigonal bipyramidal structure. This is F, and lone pair always is going to be on the equatorial position, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. How it is going to be different? If you see, this is trigonal bipyramidal. They are saying you put a lone pair over here. I am putting the lone pair over here. Over here, I am putting the lone pair. Can you see? Equatorial, this is the equatorial position, these are the equatorial position where I am putting the lone pair. Now these are the 4 bond pairs that you will have. These two are axial, these two are equatorial. So definitely axial and equatorial will have different bond length. So answer is going to be C is the correct answer. So this is, let's say here bond length is A and here bond length will be B. So they are going to have different bond length. So answer is C. Now tell me, what about SiF4? What about SiF4? What is going to be the structure here? What is Si? Very good. Seesaw structure, ma'am, because we don't see the lone pairs. That is why by seeing only the bond pairs, what we get is a seesaw structure. Can you see a seesaw here? Can you see a seesaw here? Right? Okay. Now tell me, what about this one? SiF4. What is the name of the structure? Silicon belongs to carbon family. That means 4 outermost. Group number 14, 4 outermost electrons. Out of this, 4 are occupied, so it is 0. Sigma plus lone pair is 4. That is sp3. So answer is going to be, this is silicon. This is tetrahedral geometry and structure it will have. So definitely it is going to have all the bond pairs equal, right? Very good. Not square planar. It is going to be tetrahedral, right? Very good, everybody. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right? Awesome. I can see that over in the chat box that you guys are actually ready for the exam. Yes, let's see more questions here. Now, I have not divided it into like, first you will do physical, then we will do organic, then we will do inorganic. I have just distributed them. Random questions will be there. Random means from any chapter you can see the question. So your mind will be ready for that switch that you will have in the exam. That switch between topics to topics you should have, right? So now what you have, the solubility of CaOH twice in water, right? So now they are asking you the solubility of CaOH twice in water. Do let me know in the chat box how you will solve this, everybody. Do let me know in the chat box how you will solve this, everyone. Yes, everybody. So CaOH twice, if I talk about CaOH twice, right? They have given you solubility product here. They are asking you the solubility. So always the solubility product question, a very, very famous question. You will solve it like this. Wait a minute. Let me just put my phone on silent. Yes. Okay. So if you see this over here, always what you will do, a simple trick of doing these kind of questions is, this is stoichiometry is 1, here it is 2. So Ksp equals to stoichiometry raised to power stoichiometry, stoichiometry raised to power stoichiometry, and then it is going to be solubility raised to power sum of the stoichiometry, that is 3. So it is going to be 4s cube, that is Ksp. That is going to be the answer here. And if you see, they have given you the solubility, S cube is equals to Ksp divided by 4. So Ksp is given to be 5.5 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 6 divided by 2. And if I talk about solubility, that is going to be 1 by 3 of this. So it is cube root of this whole value, and you need to solve this, then you will get your answer here. Right, everybody? Do let me know in the chat box if you're ready for that. Now, a simple way of solving second order reaction, what I am doing and what you're saying in the chat box. Now, you can eliminate the options here, right? You can solve this here by guesswork also after this, but I would not advise for that. So if I talk about 2, this will be something around, this will be, you can say firstly one thing. If I talk about this one, 10 raised per minus 6 by 3 is equals to 10 raised per minus 2. So that means minus 6 and minus 6 will not be the answer. Either this is the answer or that is the answer, right? That is firstly eliminated. Now you will have to solve this, that it will be 2.7 something. So the cube root of 2.7 is definitely not 1.77, right? So it is going to be 1.11 is the only option left. So without calculation also you can have an idea that what will be the answer, but definitely you will have to solve this as well, right? So answer is going to be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, do let me know, is that clear? Is that clear to everybody? Yes, yes, everybody. Okay, now next question over here that you have, the correct order of acid character of the following compounds is what? Tell me the correct order of acid character. Let me know in the chat box what is the answer for this one. Yes, it's 4, 4, 4, 4. Where it is 4? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wrote it 2. Okay? Chal. I'm so sorry. You were absolutely right. 5.5 divided by 4, something it will be 1 point something, right? Then the cube root of that you'll have to solve. Okay? Then you'll have to solve it properly, right? Okay? 4, 1, 4. Okay? So now next question is based on acidic strength, that is from GOC. The correct order of acidic character for the following. Now always remember, acidic character depends upon how many things. I can see that over here in the chat box. Yes. Now if I say acidic character depends upon which all things. So whenever I talk about an acid, right, when it donates H positive, it becomes an acid. So this carbon ion has to be stable, and carbon ion is stable. When you take out the electron, it is stable. When you give the electron, it is unstable. That means acidic strength of an acid depends upon the, it is directly proportional to more the electron withdrawing group, more is the stability, more is the electron donating group, less is the stability, right? Now if I see this here, plus CH3, see, all of these are carboxylic acids only, and this is phenol. So I know phenol is definitely less acidic than all of these. So if you ask me acidic character here, one will be least here, right? Acha. Then if I talk about here, you have minus M and minus I. Here you have plus I. So when you take out the electron, that makes it very highly stable. So second will be most. After that it will be third. Then it will be second, because then it will be fourth, because it is having plus I effect. So it is going to destabilize it, right? Then it is going to be phenol here, right? Okay, do let me know everybody in the chat box if that is clear. Why first is least? Again, because it is phenol. Okay, phenol is less acidic than carboxylic acid. Then you see more the electron withdrawing group, more is the strength. So second, then you have no effect, then you have more is the plus I effect or electron donating, lesser will be the acidic strength. So answer is going to be D is the correct answer here. Is that clear, everybody? Yes, stability conjugate basis. That's clear. That's clear. That's great. Now next question is the correct order. Now these are the questions that you can solve within seconds. No calculation, nothing is required here. No calculation, nothing. That's why I'm saying that P block exceptions, don't miss it, guys. There are very few exceptions of P block that are again and again and again repeated, right, in your exam. Tell me. So the correct order of bond dissociation enthalpy of halogens is what? Yes, everybody, do let me know in the chat box. Yes, what is C? You're saying B. What is the correct answer? Okay. So if I talk about F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2, down the group size is increasing, so bond association enthalpy should decrease. So it should be F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2, right? But reality is always different. So what happens? F2 will come here, so it will become Cl2, Br2, F2 and then I2. So answer will be C. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why? Yes, C is the correct. C. Why C is coming out to be the correct answer? I wish it also happens in your exam, right? It was like, ma'am, we all are in IIT, ma'am. Every answer was C, ma'am. Okay, so see here what happened, because fluorine has a very small size, right? That is why lone pairs are how many lone pairs? Three lone pairs you have, right? So fluorine, and you have three lone pair here. That is why this repulsion will be very high here. Electronic repulsions will be very high. That is why this will make the FF bond very weak, right? And that is the reason answer will be C is the correct answer here. Next question on your screen we have from organic chemistry, right? Very good. Lone pair repulsions, ma'am. Electronic repulsion, awesome. You are awesome. Awesome. I can see that you are prepared. You are very well prepared. Very good. So the correct sequence of reagents used in preparation of 4-bromo 2-nitro-ethyl benzene from the benzene is what? So how they ask you these kind of questions? They ask you in organic chemistry, the difficult part is so many important reagents you have, and those reagents are repeated, right? They will, you don't have, you can't cram a question in organic chemistry. In inorganic you must cram this thing that it is like that, and also the reason behind that. But here you can't cram that, okay, this will give this. You have to understand this concept. You should know the work of the reagents here. So tell me what is the correct answer here, everybody? D, B, I can see. A also some students are saying, okay. A also some students are saying, location saying, ma'am, D. Amla is also there. Sanjay, Ritesh. Very good. So see, they are asking to convert benzene. Firstly, so we'll have to draw the structure. They are saying benzene is there. Then they are saying it is 4-bromo. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-bromo. Okay. 2-nitro. Then this is ethyl. This product you have to make. Okay. So firstly, though, if I directly do nitration, then on ortho position I can't attach anything, because if I firstly do nitration, then this is a meta directing group. So then only on the meta position I can have bromine, and on the meta position you can have ethyl. So definitely nitration will not be the first choice here, right? So nitration you can't do first, so this is eliminated. Firstly, if you do bromination, that is ortho para directing, but if I do bromination here, this is meta to this. This is meta. For this bromine, this nitro group is meta, and bromine will not have meta substitution. That is why this is also eliminated, right? That is why this is also eliminated. Then acylation is like good part, right? I'll do firstly acylation. Okay, if I do acylation to nitroethyl benzene, if I do nitration, so what, yeah, I can see this over here, something is happening here, because if I do acylation I'll have C double bond O CH3, but I can easily reduce this C double bond O by Clemmensen or Wolff-Kishner reduction. So whether you have Clemenzin or Wolff-Kishner will work here. They have given you Clemenzin reduction here. So this will work. So this I'll not choose here. I'll choose this. Okay. Wait a minute. But if you have here this part, this is going to be meta directing here, right? So it is going to have bromination on the meta position and nitration on the meta position. And if you do ethyl first, see, very important thing you have here, okay? Very important thing. If I choose this path here, if I choose this path, if I choose this path, firstly, if I do bromination, this is meta directing. So bromine will be attached here, but I need bromine here. So I will not choose that. This is also eliminated here. That is also eliminated. Why? Because I don't want meta product now. I want what? I want which part? I want this ortho para substitution. For this, it is ortho and this is para. So what I'll do? I'll do this Clemenzin reduction or also Wolff-Kishner reduction, zinc amalgam. So here what will happen? You will have ethyl. Now tell me, ethyl is meta or para directing? What is very, I can see you know the answer. Hai you know, ma'am, okay, D is the correct answer. We are fully confident. I love this confidence in you. So tell me, any ethyl, methyl alkyl group, right? It will give it orthopara directing because it is donating. So it is going to be whenever you do bromination, it is going to be Br2, you have added Al, Br3, whatever you add here, FeCl2, whatever you want to add, you will have this ethyl and this bromine here. Then you do nitration, you will have this thing. HNO3 and H2SO4 you add here, you will have your answer. Tell me. Okay. If okay, great. Okay, very good. Now, in this question, the game, two games we played here. One is the game of ortho para directing. Other is the game of reagents. You should have the knowledge of reagent. You should know which group is showing ortho para. So always remember, if on the benzene ring you have any group that has lone pair, it is always ortho para. If you have any group that is attached to a group with more electron negativity, then it is always minus, that is meta. So always remember this. Don't cram, understand the concept, right? So answer is going to be D is the correct answer here. So answer is D is the correct answer. That goes correct. Okay. Next question is, which of the following 0.06 molar aqueous solution has lowest freezing point? Now tell me, if you want to tell. Now tell me, how do we tell the lowest freezing point here? Lowest freezing point, see, delta TF is equals to I into molality into KF, right? Okay. Now see, this is TF naught minus TF is equals to I into molality into KF, right? Now, you guys are good in maths, na? That's why you are in JEE. Now tell me, simple maths is there. If this is constant, if I say this is constant, B, C, you are saying, A, some of you are saying, okay, let's see. Tell me, this I will be variable in all these cases. I is a variable, right? Molality will be constant because they are saying this much molality they have here, molarity they have fixed. Molality, so they have not given. In these cases, no, we take molarity same only, approximately, right? We take it as same, right? Because no other information is provided, so I'll take it as same. So this and this is constant, this is also constant. These two variations I want to see. Let's say there is 10 minus 7 is equals to 3. If I say 10 minus 3, that is equals to 7. Now tell me one thing. If I increase this value decreases. If I decrease this value increases. So can I say they are inversely proportional to each other? They are not. It may look like they are directly, but they are not directly proportional. because you are talking about the quantity that you are subtracting. This value is constant here, so they are not directly proportional, they are inversely. So in this case, TF is inversely proportional to K. TF is inversely proportional to iota. Iota, I'm saying, I'm so sorry, to want Hoff factor. I just went into maths, right? So TF is directly proportional to want Hoff factor. So I can definitely inversely, arey yaar, why? I was just looking at your chats, huh? Okay. So it is inversely proportional. As you can see, this increases, this increases, this increases, this increases. So now if I say that I want to have lowest this value, this should be maximum. If this has to be low, then this has to be maximum. So maximum value of I is where? Tell me where I value is maximum. If I see here, I is equals to, this is 3 and 2, that is 7, that is 5. Okay, this will be Al3 positive twice, 2 times, and this is SO4 2 negative, that is 3 times. So it is going to be 5 here. This is going to be 1 because there is no dissociation here in this case. In this case, here it is going to be 2, here it is going to be 3 because it will be K positive and SO4 2 negative. 2 times K positive it will be there. So I can see maximum value is I is equals to 5. So answer will be A is the correct answer here, right? Tell me, is that correct? Is that clear? Now that works. That works, everybody. Okay. Yes, want Hoff factor is 5 for A. So if I want to have lowest this value, this also has to be lowest. So if you were thinking that, ma'am, they were directly proportional, that's why most of you answered B. But they are inversely proportional to each other. Okay? Got it? Yes, now this is just for your reference. So I'll just delete that. Right? So answer is A is the correct answer here. Right? Okay? Yes. Now, next question is from a very again, you will see all these questions are like very famous questions, right? They are like very repeated concepts that they ask you, right? Now this is based on, in which of the following order given complex ion are arranged correctly with respect to their decreasing spin only magnetic moment. So they have asked you two things here. First is the application of VBT, then the order of magnetic moment, how it is solved. So we know that mu is equals to under root of n plus 2, but you know you don't have to solve this. Why you don't have to solve this? Because I'm going to tell you directly. For 1 it is 1.7, for 2 it is 2.8, for 3 it is 3.8, for 4 it is 4.9, and for 5 it is 5.9, and it goes and goes. Right? Okay? Now see this. For 6 also, if you write, it is 6.9. 6 will be unpaired only in case of F orbitals, not in case of D orbitals. For 7, it is 7.9, but that also will be in case of F orbitals, right? So that's why I don't write it there. Now you have 4 things, FeF6, CONH3, NiCl4 and CO. So one by one we'll solve this, right? One by one we'll solve this and we'll see which has the order, magnetic moment order, we'll see, right? Okay, ready to solve this along with me? You just have to tell me which one is strong, which one is, ma'am, when is chemistry marathon? See, I wanted to take your marathon one day back only, yesterday only. So what happened, the temperature went here 3 degrees, right? And I don't know what happened with me, right? I was not able to get up from the bed only because of cold. My whole muscles spasm was there, and I don't know, I was not able to get up in the morning. I was not able to get up from the bed. So it was so painful, so painful. Then I took rest for one day, and that's why I'm standing here in front of you. Then because you had your mock test today and tomorrow, so that's why I decided that okay, today, tomorrow, and as well Saturday you have your mock test. So I feel Sunday is a very good day of your full chemistry revision. So full chemistry revision I'll do: physical, organic, inorganic. Questions will not be there. Questions I'm already covering in our mock test, right? So I'll not cover the questions. It will be a quick, good revision that you need just 2 days before the exams, right? So it is 18th, I guess, right? So 18th is a perfect day for your good revision of chemistry, right? Okay, so let's do that. So FEF6, firstly I'll do FEF6. Tell me FEF6. This is FEF6 3 negative. How do we solve this? Tell me. Now, what is the hybridization here? How do we solve this? If I say firstly, you will have to solve the oxidation state, that is x minus 6. X minus 6 is equals to minus 3. So x is going to be plus 3. So I can see this over here that x is plus 3. So iron is going to be, what is the oxidation state of, uh, what is the electronic configuration of iron? F4s2 3d6, because it is 26. Fe3 positive is going to be 3d5, right? Now that simply means what you will do here, firstly tell me, is it a weak field ligand or strong field ligand? Is it a weak field ligand or is it a strong field ligand? Tell me about that. It's a weak, very good. It is sp3d2, ma'am. Why? Because it's a weak field ligand. It's a weak field ligand. So there will be no pairing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mu is going to be, n is going to be 5. So mu is going to be 5.9 definitely. And the hybridization, if they ask you, that is going to be, you will have S here, you will have P here, you will have D here, right? So you will have sp3d2 hybridization, because in case of coordination number 6, either it can be sp3d2 or d2sp3. So in case of weak field, always it is, usually it is weak sp3d2 only. Next is maximum, so we'll see maximum more than 5 what it can be, right? So more than 5 to not possible, right? Isn't it? So we have your answer. You don't even need to solve this now. So there will be some questions which you will feel like I need to solve everything, but here, can you see, you don't need to solve this, guys. We don't need to solve this question, but still I'll solve this. But here we have our answer. A is the correct answer, because maximum number of unpaired electron in d orbital can be 5, and you have it over here, that is 5. So we know that first is going to have maximum. We have our answer, but still we'll solve for others as well. That is CONH363 positive, right? CONH363 positive. Tell me whether it's a weak field ligand or strong field ligand. Oxidation state is going to be x plus 0 is equals to plus 3. Here we know that what is the cobalt is 4s2 3d7, it is 27. 4s2 3d7, cobalt 3 positive is 3d6. Now can you see this over here? Can you see this over here? Is this a weak field ligand or a strong field ligand? Tell me about it, whether you will cause pairing here or not. So NH3 with cobalt 3 positive behaves as a strong field ligand. So what I'll say, here you will cause pairing here. So what will be the hybridization here? So it is going to be 6, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is going to be sp3, no, it is going to be d2sp3, inner octahedral, and definitely n is 0, so mu is also 0. So that will be least. So I can see second is least here, right? Then you have NiCl4 2 negative, right? NiCl4 2 negative. Let's talk about that. NiCl4 2 negative, right? X is going to be what here, everyone? X minus 4 is equals to minus 2. So X is equals to plus 2. Nickel is atomic number 28. So it is 4s2 3d8. Nickel 2 positive is nothing but 3d8. Now what you will do, now you will see this over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4s and this is 3 over here. And what you will see here, 8 electrons. This is a weak field ligand. So definitely it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is sp3 hybridization. Mu n is 2, so mu is going to be 2.8 here, right? Okay, now tell me, what about last one? What about last here, everybody? Let's see if you can let me know or not. What about last? Last one here, that is, if I talk about CuNH4, NH3, 4, 2 positive. CuNH3, 4, this is overall 2 positive. So if you see this here, this is X plus 0 is equals to plus 2. So here nickel, you have copper here. Copper has exceptional electronic configuration 4s1 3d10. ठीक है ना? So it has exceptional electronic configuration 4s1 3d10. Now if I see, if I want to write out copper 2 positive, that is going to be 3d9. Now tell me, will it cause pairing or not? Let's see. Ammonia sometimes confuse you, huh? Ammonia confuses you sometimes. So cobalt 3 positive, copper 2 positive, right? That is going to, beta S block is not there in JEE Mains. It is in JEE Advanced. So I'll teach after your JEE Mains, right? All the chapters that are there in your JEE Advanced, I'll teach after you complete your JEE Mains attempt 1. And if you talk about P block, I have already taught you that, right? Watch full inorganic chemistry, I have already taught that, right? So here it will cause pairing. Very good. So 1, 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so here you are left with again sp3, right? N is equals to 1, mu is equals to 1.7. So definitely maximum is A. Then you have this, okay, third, then you have fourth, which one has one unpaired electron. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer here, right? Okay, tell me, is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. Done? Okay. Definitely it will be there. Okay, Suchitra, noted, right? So, trick for organic. If you want to know tricks for organic chemistry, watch my Sunday. I'm going to take a session. There I will not teach you organic. I'll not teach like this is first chapter, this is second chapter. I'll not teach like that. I have in organic marathon, I have taught you like that, full like preparation, then properties of this. I'll not teach you like that in our upcoming session. So I have my handwritten notes where I have written all the naming reactions, where mechanism is required. I have written it there, and it will be a very useful session. And trust me, your full organic will be revised in a very trick format, right? The way I'll teach you, you will feel that yes, I have combined, if one reaction, everything related to that reaction, even in other chapters, I'll cover at one place. So it will be full, all naming reactions and all important reagents. That is a trick. Okay, the way I'll teach you, that is a trick, right? Then, yes. The rate constant of reaction increases by 5 times. Now let's talk about the next question here, right? Okay. Next question, everybody. That is the rate constant for a reaction increases by 5 times. That means K2 is equals to 5 of K1. Temperature, T1 is equals to 273 Kelvin and T2 is equals to, this is not 273 plus this is 300 Kelvin, right? T2 is equals to 273 plus 52, that is 7. 7 plus this is 12. 325 Kelvin, right? Okay. So what you will write here, they are asking you the activation energy here, right? So let's talk about that. Log of K2 by K1 is equals to, okay, is equals to EA by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Now just put the values and solve it, right? So this is log of 5 of K1 by K1. K1 will cancel. Activation energy you'll have to find out. Now tell me, what is the value of R here? Even if this is not given to you, how do you find the value of R here? Whenever things are given in energies, joule, this all I'll teach you in our full chemistry marathon, right? So whenever things are given in energy, joule, all these things, then always take this as 8.314. This is going to be 1 by 300 minus 1 by 325, right? Now solve this and you will get your answer here, right? Okay, understood? Yes, tell me everybody, understood or not? Is that clear? So answer is going to be 52271, right? 522, they are asking you this in kilojoule per mole. So this is coming out to be 52271. Activation energy will be 52271, right? This is joule per mole, right? Okay. And if I talk about here, it is 5 divided by 1000. So it is approximately 52. So answer is 52. ठीक है, round off by the nearest integer, it is 52 is the correct answer here. Okay, tell me, is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Next question. Yes. Oh, I forgot to write 2.303. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, so I'll just divide this as it is, okay? I forgot to write this, na. Chalo, I'll just, what I'll do. Oh, forgot to write 2.303 only. EA, this is 2.303 R, right? And here also I'll write it like this. Because natural log we are not writing, we are writing it in the form of log base 10, right? EA by 2.303 and this is 8.314. Okay, right? Okay, so next is the major product of the following reaction is what? Acha, this reaction, as I told you, this is H2CO RH catalyst. This is actually carbonylation. Okay, formylation or carbonylation it is called. So it will be CH3, CH2, CH. This is CH2, and here you will have either CH2, CHO here, and hydrogen here, or you will have, or you just break the pi bond and attach the extra CHO. Both will be equally major here. Both equal products will be formed. Any of it can be formed here. So I'll see which, see, double bond will not be there. It will not be there. And here it is CH3, CH2, CH2. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. This will be the answer. Because here if you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are there. So answer will be C is the correct answer here. Okay? Yes, C is the correct answer. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Right? Next question is, for D for metal ion in an octahedral field, the correct electronic configuration is what? D4 it is, in octahedral means this is T2 and this is EG. If I say this is T2G, this is EG. Now they are saying it in the form of, they are saying this for a D4 metal in an octahedral field, right? Now, firstly, though, you should know what do you mean by these things. Okay, so whenever there is a strong field ligand, always remember strong field will cause pairing. That means pairing energy is less than delta. See, you will purchase those things that are under your limit, right? For example, right, our test series that that is there, 4 tests are there actually, right, for your these 4 days, right? So that test series is your replica test series of JEE Mains, right? So that is under your budget only. So you can purchase that because it is under your budget. If I say that test series of 1 lakh or 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 rupees, be like, ma'am, for these many days, these many tests, it is out of our budget. So we'll not purchase it, right? So you only purchase those things that are under your limit, that allows your pocket, right? So that is why here if pairing is happening, that means the energy required, the money required for pairing is less, right? And when I talk about weak field here, let's say this is weak field. Now in this case, the energy required for pairing is more than asking. That's why pairing does not happen here. So if I say two cases, if I take, this is T2, this is okay, this is in case of if I say this is in case of when you have P less than delta O, that means strong field is there, that means it will cause pairing. So it means in this case you have P greater than P naught delta O, so no pairing will be there. In this case you have 4 electrons, there is pairing. In this case there is no pairing, right? So it is 1 2 3 4. In this case 1 2 3 and 4. So when you have delta O greater, in only this case you have delta O greater, in this case you have T2G4. So definitely this is not the correct answer. When pairing energy is greater, in that case you have T2G3 and EG1. So answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, tell me. Is that clear? Yes, JV, definitely that is perfectly fine. These are your calculation tricks that you are using. That is perfectly fine. To already know the value of 8.314 into multiplied by 2.303. You already know the value. You have like, you are good, right? Good, you are substituting it like that. Okay, very well done, right? So, next thing, guys, next question. Ready for that? Okay, let's see how many of you give me the answer for this one. I actually expect you guys to give the answer for this one, right? Okay, yes. Ma'am, is it also true that same TB is inversely proportional? No, it is not true. Akhilesh, I'll tell you after this question, I'll tell you why it is not true, right? Okay, yes. I'll tell you why. I'll go back to that question and tell you why TB is not inversely proportional to I, but TF is inversely proportional to I. TB is directly proportional to I. Okay. So, which of the following is correct plot for the probability density? Firstly, it is pi. First, it is psi square. So, it can never be positive, negative. So, this is already ruled out, right? Then I'll have to calculate for 2s. So n is equals to 2, L is equals to 0. So radial nodes is equals to n minus L minus 1. That is 2 minus 0 minus 1. That is 1. So here you have 2 nodes. So that is eliminated. Here you have only 1 node. Here you have 0 nodes. So that is also eliminated. So answer is B is the correct answer. Yes, everybody. Very good. Right? Okay. Yeah, counting I have not done. I don't want, I have not done here counting. I'll do tomorrow. I'll do counting. Okay, before coming to the class, I'll do the counting as well, so that you are relieved that okay, these many questions I have done. Acha, see, if I talk about delta TB is equals to I into M into KB. In this case, also if they ask you, this is TB minus T naught, TB naught, right? Now see. Here it was TF naught minus TF. Here it is TB minus TF naught. Here this is constant, this is constant, this is constant. So in this case, can you imagine 10 minus 7 is equals to 3? If I take this as constant, if I take 11 minus 7 is equals to 4. If I say 12 minus 7 is equals to 5. So as this number is increasing, this number is also increasing. So definitely we can say TB is directly proportional to I. These are very important things. Are very good you pointed that out, so that you know some extra information I am able to give you. Right? Okay? Yes. Yes, Vita, these are from your JEE analysis only. Right? You will see these kind of question only in your exam. Right? So, next is this is aniline. These are some reaction based questions that you have. Let's talk about that. Let's see if you're able to do this or not. Yes, everybody? Yes, everybody? Tell me. Tell me, everyone. So, are you ready for this? Yes, everyone. So, what we have aniline here. Aniline, when aniline we have NaNO2HCl, we have this thing we have. Now, let's see how do we define it. Right. So, in this case, firstly, this is diazotization. So, here it will be converted to this part, that is N2Cl. This will be converted to N2Cl. Right. So once you have converted to N2Cl, and here after this you attack this benzene के ऊपर, you have 3-degree amine, you attack this here, right? What is the final product that is formed in this case? Yes, everybody, let's talk about that. What is the final product that is formed over here? Now, do you remember that here you have wait a minute, oh, chalo, I'll just write it here only, right? Do you remember azodite test? Do you remember disonium chloride? It reacts with aniline, okay? On the para position it takes out HCl from here, and here you have NH2. Just here the difference is, instead of NH2 you have CH3 and CH3 here. So what will be the answer here? You will have this benzene, right? Then you will have N double bond N, azodite, azo, right? Then this will be benzene. Then this is N, this is CH3, this is CH3. That is going to be the answer here, right? Okay. So if I talk about this thing here, N2Cl, N2Cl, these two are eliminated. After that, you have your azodite. Azodite should be only on the para position, para. But here, this is not para. This is from the ortho position. You have substituted hydrogen. You should substitute it from the para position. So answer will be B is the correct answer here. Tell me, is that clear? Okay. Yes. Tell me. Yes, everybody. Tell me. Paradiethyl, very good. Right? So coupling reaction will be there. Now let's talk about next question here. Next question here. Let's talk about that. So let's see this question, everyone. This is from equilibrium chapter, right? Yes. Guys, don't fall into this trap. Will the shifts be easy or difficult? Right? Please focus on doing the questions. Right? There is no point of doing it will be easy or difficult and chit chatting. Right? So better is you answer the question. If you find that okay, I'm able to answer these questions, answer it. Test yourself. Right? Mock test is for that. No one except for the ones who have actually made the paper can tell you that whether it will be easy or difficult. But from the analysis you can definitely see that these questions are repeated, these type of questions are repeated. They are not going to make a new paper. Okay, JEE 2026 will change the syllabus now, out of syllabus. No, they will not. Every paper has some easy, some difficult questions, right? 90 or 85% of the paper will be medium. You have gone through this multiple times. Yes, sometimes that difficult part is 3-4%, sometimes that difficult part goes to 10%. If difficult part is 10 to 15%, you will see that okay, paper was of good level, it was okay, good. If it goes to 20% of the paper was difficult, then you will say it was a tough paper. If only 2 to 3% of the paper was difficult, you will say okay, that we can manage. Okay, that's how this works. So better you focus here rather than discussing like teachers, right? So let's see. The question you have is from equilibrium. PCl5 dissociates as PCl5 give rise to PCl3 plus Cl2. It will be there, right? So I'll just write it here. PCl5 give rise to PCl3 plus Cl2 right? Now, what they are saying, 5 moles of this is placed. 5 moles means initially it is 5, right? It will be 0, it will be 0 initially, right? In which 2 moles of N2. N2 is there, 2 moles of N2 is there. N2 we don't have in the reaction, but it is there. and they are saying volume is this and is maintained at 600 uh, Kelvin temperature. Okay, so if I say this is 5, degree of dissociation they have not told you. Whenever dissociation is not there, you will always say x minus x is dissociated, x multiplied by this stoichiometry. Now I told you very major difference between stoichiometry, when you have to multiply stoichiometry, and whenever there is degree of dissociation involved, you will say 5 minus 5 alpha, because initial moles are 5. Okay, that is a very important difference that you have between degree of dissociation and that. Okay, so now you have 5 minus x, this is going to be x, and this is also going to be x. Acha, now tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. If I talk about this thing here, tell me one thing. How many moles are there? Total number of moles are 5 minus x plus x plus x. Is it? No, you forgot about one thing. They are saying 2 moles of N2 is also there. So that also you will add here, right? That also you will add here 2. So it will be x will cancel, and what you will have, total number of moles will be 5 plus that is 7 plus x. That will be the answer here. Now we also know that PV is equals to nRT. Okay, we know the value of volume, we know the pressure that is there, how much pressure, the equilibrium pressure is this, volume is given to you, you can find the value of x from here. Pressure is given to be 2.46, I'll put it here, 2.46. Volume is given to be 200 liters, so I'll just put it here, 200 liters. This is x is number of moles is 7 plus x. R is 0.08, 0.082, or you can also write it as 1 by 12, that also works the same. Temperature is given to me, that is, if I see here, that is 600 Kelvin. Okay, now I'll solve all of this and I'll get the value of x here. Okay, so what you will do, you will solve this and you will get the value of x here. So x will come out to be 3 here after solving. After solving, x will come out to be 3 here, right? So x is 3. Now though you have everything, if x is 3, then what they are asking you? They are asking you the value of equilibrium pressure, equilibrium constant Kp. So Kp is what? Kp is equals to pressure of PCl3 product, pressure of Cl2 divided by pressure of PCl5. Okay, pressure of PCl3 is what? PCl3 is x, that is 3. PCl2 is x, that is 3. PCl5 is 5 minus x, that is 2. Okay. Acha, one thing we forgot to do. Pressure you need to calculate now. So pressure, if I want to substitute, if I want to convert it into pressure, so we know that pressure is equals to total pressure multiplied by mole fraction. So here total moles is 7 plus x. So you'll divide it by 7 plus x, right? 7 plus x, you'll 7 plus x. Then it will be equilibrium pressure. Equilibrium pressure, the total pressure is it given anywhere. 5 moles of this into the vessel contains 2 moles of N2 is maintained at this equilibrium pressure. Is this equilibrium constant P4 is going to be what? Assume ideal gas behavior, right? That they have given you, that assume ideal gas behavior here, right? So ideal gas behavior means I'll take total pressure is equals to equilibrium pressure. That is going to be 2.46. Okay. So here whenever we want to convert it, we'll multiply it with PT. Right? So it will become Kp is equals to PCl5 is 5 minus x is what? X is 3 now. So it is 2 by 7 plus x is 10. Right? 2 by 10. This is total pressure. This is, I am writing 2 by 10 here. X is 3 now, so it is 3 by 10. So it will become 3 by 10 now. So you can also write it like this same. X by 7 plus x, right? PT. This is x by 7 plus x. This is also PT. This is divided by 5 minus x by 7 plus x. right? This is also multiplied by pt. This will cancel. This and this will also cancel. So x is nothing but 3. So it is 3 by 7 plus x is 10, right? pt you will have here. This is also x, that is 3. This is 5 minus x, that is 5 minus 3 is 2. So you will have the answer here, that is 339 by 20 into 2.7 2.46. Okay, we will calculate and you will have the answer here, right? Okay, tell me. It will come out to be 1.107. After solving 1.107, the answer will be 1.107. And what they are asking you here, they are asking you in this term, we have to 1.1, 10 is per minus 3, you have to write it here. So that will be 1107 multiplied by 10 is per minus 3. So answer here will be 1107 is the correct answer here. Okay, tell me. Is that clear? Right? We should, no, in KP will not include that. KP is for that one reaction. KP is for that one reaction. But when we are calculating number of moles of all of them are there. Right? Okay? Yes, everybody, tell me. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Any problem here? Any problem here? Shall we move to the next question here? Yes, students, shall we move to the next question? So, if you see, identify products A and B. Let's see. Dilute KMNO4, what it does. This is apna Bayer's test, right? What it will do. Here you will have this thing. After adding this, what you will have, double bond will break and you will have OH, right? Then after that you add CrO3. CrO3 is a mild oxidizing agent. So it will convert, 3 degree it will not convert. This is 3 degree alcohol. If you see, this is a 3 degree alcohol. This is a, this OH is connected to that carbon, that is further connected to 2. So this is 2 degree. So here it will have no reaction. Here it will convert it to double bond O. So you can see this will be converted to, this is as it is, this is CH3, this is as it is OH, and this will be converted to double bond O. So answer will be OH, firstly it will be there, right? Here double bond it is not there. This is CH3OH, double bond O. So answer will be B is the correct answer here, isn't it? Tell me. So A to definitely, C is also not the correct, something else only they are doing here, right? So B is the correct answer here. Is that clear? Yes, everyone. Is that clear? Yes, B is the correct answer here. Let's talk about next question on your screen, that is based on Bohr model, right? That is based on Bohr model. Now, what will be the correct answer here? They are saying according to Bohr theory, choose the most appropriate answer. Okay. So Bohr theory, you just have to tell which one is correct, which one is not correct, right? Okay. Tell me. This I have told you before also, we have done it. We have done it. Yes. Tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Which is correct? We have done it. If you see kinetic energy of the electron is directly equal to z square by n square, that is correct. Product of velocity and principal quantum number is directly proportional to z square. No, it is directly proportional to just z. So this is also not correct. Frequency of revolution of electron is z cube by n cube. No, it is not z cube by n cube. What is the correct answer of frequency? Tell me. What is the correct answer of frequency, everyone? What is the correct answer of frequency? Tell me, everybody, in the chat box. Z square by n cube. Very good. Coulombic force K1 into Q1 into. हाँ, very good. So it is Z square. So it is also not correct. चलो ये तो we have done. Coulombic force of attraction is what you have written. Z square by n cube. That is true. Z square by n cube. That is true. What about Coulombic force of attraction? That is true. Z cube by n raised to power 4. So answer will be D is the correct answer. A and D are correct here. Right? Okay. What about next one? Next question, you should have the knowledge of reagents again. Right? Let's see. Yes. Everything is easy, yaar. Nothing is difficult. Right? Don't worry. Now in 2-3 days, there is no point of panicking and thinking that, oh my god, just do what is in your hands, right? Do what is in your hands. Practice, practice, practice. We are doing selective question practice, right? We are doing marathons here, so watch that, right? So match list 1 with list 2. So first is you have converted this into C double bond. This will be done by Rosenmund reduction, and Rosenmund reduction is this. So A is 2. This is alpha hydrogen is substituted by halogen. This is HVZ reaction. This is Rosenmund. Rosenmund. This is how it should be in your head. Okay, Rosenmund. This is HVZ alpha hydrogen is replaced. Rosenmund reduction means you will have this halogen and red phosphorus. This is C double bond O is vanished. This is Hoffman bromamide degradation. That is this. This is bromamide degradation. Okay. This is C double bond O CH3. You have done Clemenzin or Wolff-Kishner reduction. So I only have here Clemenzin reduction. So answer will be Clemenzin reduction. You can also put Wolff-Kishner. That will also give you the same answer here. So A is 2, B is 4. Okay. A is 2, B is 4. So that is also eliminated. B is 4. C is 1. C is 1. Yes, that is correct. And D is 3. D is 3. That is correct. So answer will be C is the correct answer here, isn't it? Tell me. C is the correct answer here. Tell me, everybody. Done. Next question is, which one of the following compound is non-aromatic? Tell me, which of the following is non-aromatic, everyone? Tell me. Non-aromatic compound. So tell me, what are aromatic compounds? When PCC is followed, you have 4n pi electrons. 4n pi electrons, it is anti-aromatic. You have 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Then it is aromatic in nature. Then it is aromatic in nature. Acha. Ma'am, when PCC, one of them is not followed, then it is non-aromatic. You talk about this, P means planar, C means cyclic, then another C means complete conjugation. Here complete conjugation is not there. Here you have complete conjugation, planar it is, right? Cyclic it is, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pi electrons. Only those electrons are involved in pi calculation of pi electrons which are under delocalization. Only these will be calculated. This will be under hybridization. Okay. So 6n pi means it is 4n plus 2 pi. So that is definitely aromatic. If you put n is equals to 1, it will become 6 pi. Here PCC is followed. It is cyclic. Complete conjugation is there. sp2 is there. So I can see 1, 2 pi electrons. So that is definitely aromatic in nature, anti-aromatic in nature. No, this is aromatic in nature. Because if you put n is equals to 0, this will become 4n plus 2 pi. What about this one? All of them are benzene. So this is going to be aromatic in nature. They are saying which of the following compound is non-aromatic? Non-aromatic, to bacha, we saw it. This one A is non-aromatic because planarity is not followed here. Right? A is the correct answer. They're asking you non-aromatic compound here. Okay? which follows Huckel rule by 4n plus 2 pi electrons is aromatic in nature. Right? Okay, yes. Definitely it's a good store aesthetic. Fatima, that's definitely a good score, beta. Right, now let's see the next question here. Right, let's see the question here. Yes, everybody. So we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, some 5, 6, 6, 7 questions we are left with. Let's do that. C6H6 freezes at this temperature, the temperature at which solution of 10 gram. This is from solutions chapter. This is from solution chapter. Let's discuss this, everybody. This is from solution chapter. Let's see that. Let's see that. Let's do that. Yes. How a beta? They are asking you non-aromatic compound. No? So this is non-aromatic. I told you PCC is not followed here. It is not. This is double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, single bond. So complete conjugation is not there. So that is why it is non-aromatic. Okay. Okay. What about this one? What about this one? C6H6 freezes at 5.5. Yes. Freezes at 5.5 degrees Celsius. Temperature at which a solution of 10 gram of C4H10 is this much of C6 freezes at this. Okay, so what we are talking about, TF naught minus TF is equals to, reality is what? TF naught. This freezes at 5.5. 5.5 is TF naught. TF naught. So they are saying you have added C4H10 here, right? Molar depression freezing constant is, this is Kf, that is 5.12. So this is minus TF. They are asking you solution at which, now this is W2 by M2 multiplied by W1 into 1000. This is 5.12. Okay? 5.5 minus TF. This is W2 is what? The solute you have. Solute is 10 gram, right? This much of C4H10 you have added now in this much of benzene. So this is W2. This is W1, right? So W2 is 10 grams. W1 is what? W1 is 200 gram, right? W1 is 200. What is the molar mass of C4H10? C4H10 has molar mass of 12 multiplied by 4 plus 10. Right? Okay. So answer will be what? Tell me. 58. Right? So answer will be 58. Right? So answer, you just need to calculate do the calculations and all here. This will be cancelled. Right, here you have 58. This is 100. You have 5.5, 5.12. You have to solve the value of TF here. Do the calculation and you will get your answer. What is the answer you are getting? Tell me. What is the answer you are getting? What is the answer? I don't think so there is any buffering. What is the answer you're getting? You have to write it in the like integer value, and let's see, let's make it 300 plus likes, okay, before chemistry, before math starts, right? It is 1.086 1.086 degrees Celsius, which is approximately equals to 1 degree Celsius, is coming out to be the answer, right? Okay, tell me. Okay, tell me, guys. Done? Are we done with that? 4.5. Hey? Why 4.5? Pata nahi, my answer is coming out to be some 1.086, right? You can solve, I think answer should be this, right? Okay? Yes. Just after this, your maths will start, right? Now let's talk about the next question here. The correct increasing order of for bond angles among BF3, PCl3 and ClF3. See, BF3, we have discussed it already. It has trigonal planar geometry, right? 120 is the angle here. PF3, this belongs to nitrogen family. Nitrogen has 5 outermost minus 3. It will have one lone pair, and 3 bond pair is again same. It is just like ammonia. Like this will be P, F, F and F, and this will be one lone pair. So this will be something around 120, this will be something around 109, and ClF3. ClF3 chlorine has, it will have trigonal bipyramidal. Those who have done enough, practice, they must know. Chlorine belongs to group number 17, that means 7 outermost, minus 3, it is 4. So 4 electron means 2 lone pair, and how many bond pair it has? 3. So it is 5. So it is sp3d. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now tell me what is the lone pair will be attached where? 2 lone pairs you have, you will always attach it on the equatorial position. So you will have how much angle here? So this will be 90 degrees with each other, right? So that will be even less, right? So definitely BF3 has maximum. Then you have PF3, then you have ClF3. So answer is C is the correct answer here. Is that clear? Right. Tell me. Is that clear? Okay. Acha, now I must tell you, because of the lone pair and this na, I don't know if you know this rule called this Drago's rule. Okay, NF3 and PF3. NF3, the angle is around 107 or something. Because of lone pair bond pair repulsion, the angles goes to 107 or 107. It will decrease like in ammonia. But in case of PH3 or PF3, the angle decreases further around 93, 97 degrees. It will decrease. This is because of Drago's rule. Okay? That I've already explained in inorganic chemistry marathon. Because of this Drago's rule, this happens. You have pure orbitals here. Pure s orbitals that is interacting. That is why the angle is decreased to 90s. Right? And here, because of lone pair bond pair repulsion, what happens? This further decreases. Instead of 90, it will be something 87 degree. Okay? Okay, tell me. Done? Done, everyone? Okay? Yes. Now, next question on your screen, we have what is the correct sequence of reagents used for converting nitrobenzene into meta-dibromobenzene, right? So what is the correct sequence of reagent for converting nitrobenzene? Let me see how many questions we are left with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me just inform ma'am that we are left with only 5 questions, and they are also easy questions. I would say easily doable question. No calculation is there, right? Okay. So, yes. Now I have informed ma'am about it. What is the correct sequence of reagent used in converting nitrobenzene to meta-dibromobenzene? See, this is nitrobenzene. Okay. So first thing is, if I want to vanish this nitro, what I can do? I can firstly do reduction here. For reduction, I'll firstly use SnHCl and SnHCl. Then if I convert it to, okay, NO2 na. So acha, if I want to have meta means this is meta directing. This is meta directing. Okay. So what I'll do now? So firstly, I'll do this thing, because if I convert it to aniline, this will become orthopara directing. So I'll firstly add bromine here. So I'll firstly add bromine, right? That is Br2Fe. I'll add, that is meta directing. So NO2 is meta directing, and that is the reason you will have meta group here, right? Then I'll reduce it. I'll reduce it by using SnHCl. I think B should be the correct answer. Let's see. Okay. Then we will reduce this to NH2, right? Then what we will do further, will convert NaNO2, that means diazotization I'll do. Oh, perfect, yeah, perfect. We have an answer. This is simple, easy peasy question if you see, right? Now you do Sandmeyer's or Getterman reaction. We are doing Sandmeyer reaction here. After that, we are converting it to bromobenzene. This is Br here, and this is already there. And what you have is C is the correct, B is the correct answer here, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. So next question is number of radial nodes and total number of nodes in 4p orbital respectively are what? Tell me. Number of radial nodes is what? Number of radial node is n minus l minus 1. So in 4p it is n is equals to 4, l is equals to 1 here. So it is 4 minus 1 minus 1, that will be 2. So it will be 2 as the radial nodes, right? And angular nodes, no, total nodes. Total node is n minus 1. So n is what? 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So it is 3. So answer is A is the correct answer here, right? Okay. Yes. Done. Chalo. Now let's see next question here. The magnetic moment 1.73 will be shown by which of the following, right? So let's see, magnetic moment will be shown by which of the following here, right? So if you see magnetic moment 1.73 means number of electron has to be 1. So number of electrons I need to have unpaired electron is 1. So if I see this here, this is X, this is going to be copper 2 positive. This is going to have N is equals to 1. We can see this. Copper 2 positive is nothing but 3d9. So it is definitely going to have one unpaired electron. So answer will be A. If you see this also, this is X minus 4 is equals to 0. So titanium 4 positive. Titanium is nothing but 4 is 2, 3d2. So titanium 4 positive is 3d0. So it is number of electron is unpaired electron is 0. In this case, nickel x minus 4 is equals to minus 2, x is equals to plus 2. So nickel is nothing but 4 is 2, 3d8. You take out 2 electron, nickel 2 positive will be 3d8. Right, so it is 8 means 10 minus 2 means 10 minus 8 means 2. So it is going to have 2 unpaired electron here. Okay. What about this one? This is x minus x is equals to minus 4, x is equals to plus 2. So cobalt, which has 4s2 3d7, will have 2 electron you lose, it will be 3d7. So 10 minus 7 means 3 unpaired electrons you will have. So answer is going to be A. So we defined it only that A is the correct answer. Right? Okay. Next is 4f and 5f series of elements are placed separately in a periodic table to preserve principle of classification. Yes, everybody. Do let me know. Right? Do let me know what will be the correct. I think you can answer this. Okay? Tell me. Tell me, everyone. What is the correct answer? The 4f and 5f series of elements are placed separately in a periodic table to preserve the principle of classification. We want to classify them, isn't it? 4f and 5f series are elements are why they are placed differently, because otherwise the periodic table we won't be able to form. So that is true. S block elements can be found in pure form in nature. S block elements, alkali. This is not from S block. This is periodic classification only. Alkali, alkaline, earth, metal are formed in a pure state or not? Tell me. In pure form you find no ores are there, no minerals are there. No, right? So it is false. So answer will be C is the correct answer here. Next is select incorrect statement regarding KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7. Both act as oxidizing agent in acidic medium. That's absolutely true. This will act as acidic as well as basic or neutral medium. This will only act as oxidizing agent in acidic medium, right? Both are paramagnetic in nature. Paramagnetic, no. Why? Because this is Mn7 positive, that is D0. This is this is Cr6 positive, that is again D0. So they are diamagnetic. They are colored because of LMCT, that is charge transfer. So this is the incorrect one. This is diamagnetic, right? Auto is used in preparation of both. Yes, both preparation steps, if you know, auto is used. The central atom of anion in both has D3s hybridization. Central metal atom they are talking about. Central metal atom anion. Central atom of the anion in both has D3 hybridization. That is also correct here. So answer will be correct. Okay. So that is it. So answer is incorrect one is B is the incorrect option here. Okay. Tell me. Is that clear? Right? Tell me. I'll just inform ma'am so that you guys can start. Okay, chalo. Now ma'am will be taking your class, but before that, just let me tell you about this thing, very important, that you can see that on this link you will see the notes, combined notes of physics, chemistry, math will be uploaded, and JEE Main's replica test series. If you click here, right, this is available at just 499, and this will be on the digital way, right? Because we can't deliver it right now at your home in just 2-3 days, right? So that will be there, and all the pedagogy, replica questions of physics, chemistry, and mathematics are there. Selected questions are there. It is available at just 499 here. 50% off is there, right? Just click on it, and after activation link via email and WhatsApp will be sent to you in 2 hours. Within 2 hours, you'll be able to so like the link and all the this data will be provided to you in just 2 hours. So you'll be able to log into that. They will be able to see the questions. You'll be able to see and solve the questions and pedagogy as well. Okay, chalo. Okay, guys, and bye bye. Take care. See you all. Now it's time for maths. Bye bye.